do you mean you can't see me? I'm right here. I'm right here. What do you mean? Cyon? I've been right here all along. I don't know what you're talking about. Hello. Happy Monday. I'm fucking tired. I don't know why. I woke up exhausted today and I've been exhausted all day. I'm in that, like, usually I don't, like, when I yawn, I only cry when I'm tired. My eyeballs leak and it just looks like I'm crying. But only when I'm really tired. But today is one of those kind of days where my eyes are leaky when I yawn. Very unfun. But it is what it is. We got through the day. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's Tuesday. You went through Monday. My Monday's technically over. It is 1 a.m. on Tuesday, but I'm not done with my Monday yet. So, therefore, it's still Monday to me. But I hope everyone had a good start to your week. I forgot my deodorant today, and then I had to go buy some on my lunch break so that I wasn't smelly. But I don't like it. Now I can't. Now I smell like an old lady. It's terrible. Usually the deodorant I use is like a Japanese brand that like doesn't have any smell, and it makes you not have any smell. But then now it's like, now I have a typical North American deodorant on, and it was like, oh, vanilla lavender, and I was like, oh, I like vanilla. No, it just smells like old lady flowers. It just smells like old lady flowers. I don't like floral scents. I'm quite allergic to them, to be fair. Yeah, so it's just very floral, and yeah. So now I'm like, damn it. It's fine. I'll go get my usual deodorant on the weekend, and until then, I've just gotta smell like fucking lavender and shit. God. I don't like it. Can't go wrong with Dove antiperspirant. Yeah, I used to use Dove once, and I would rotate the scents out. 'Cause I don't know, there's something about, like, I don't like wearing the same scent all the time. So, like, I used to, like, rotate things around, but then I found this one, and I was like, I can just smell like nothing, and then whatever perfume I decide to put on, perfect. But I don't know, the deodorant that I got at the store on my lunch break is just, it's so strong and it's so floral, and I hate it so much, but it's fine. It is what it is. It's like proper in professional environments to wear deodorant, so it is what it is. I gotta deal with it until I get the one that I like. It's the problem with using a product that isn't like mainstream in whatever country you're in. As long as the nose hairs are not curling up, I don't smell bad. I don't smell bad. I also have anxiety. I have anxiety. So like, even though I don't smell bad, it's the idea that I possibly could, if that makes sense. Like, it's not that, like, right? It's just like on the like off chance, as if I fucking ran a marathon. I literally just like I'm not like moving a ton. I mean, I move sometimes, but it's like I'm not being like weird sweaty at work. Nose blindness is real. Yeah, I know that from perfumes, but you know, it is what it is. But I don't overthink things. I always overthink things, okay? I always overthink things. I am run by anxiety and spite. That is me, okay? What do you mean with old? What do you mean? Like, just cause like I associate heavy florals with my grandma. Yeah. We're all residents of Anxiety City. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. But like, it's the same thing with other things, right? Like, I don't Like wearing a bra. Do I need one to feel comfortable? Absolutely not. Do I always wear one when I'm in like especially a professional environment, but like also just generally a public environment? Yeah, because I don't want to make people uncomfortable, and my brain is like, well, what if someone's uncomfortable and then you'll be uncomfortable because they're looking at you and now you're both uncomfortable. Which is stupid, because I don't wear one 99% of the time around my house. And often I don't wear one when I go out if I have a jacket on the entire time. So, please wear underwear. I do wear underwear, just not bras usually. They're uncomfortable. I don't like them. And Big Red! Thank you for the soup. Thank you. Since you still want it to be Monday, pinch for not wearing green on St. Patty's Day. If you pinch me, it will bruise. And then that technically will turn green eventually. Does that count? Does that count? Yeah. 98% of chat do not wear bras either. Yes, exactly. It's perfect. It's perfect. So no commando? No, I wear underwear. I wear underwear. Why? Because that's a good barrier between me and my clothing, and then I don't have to wash my jeans as often. Also because even in the summer, if you're wearing like a skirt or something, then you want a layer between you and whatever the fuck you're sitting on, you know? There's some times where you just don't want to have an imprint of your bits on stuff, right? So is good. Also, it protects you depending on what you're wearing. Jeans especially, but like generally, especially jeans. Like it protects your bits too. Okay, jeans are not a nice material. Jeans are not a nice material. On the other hand, if you're wearing like your fucking, I don't know, fucking like silk trousers or some shit, sure, whatever. Do as you do. But I like to have that separation for hygienic reasons. Although there are some people who do not treat their underwear well. Please replace your underwear, or fucking don't. Just make sure that you're using it properly. Unless it's for a purpose, change your underwear. Okay, please change your underwear daily. Please do not wear your underwear for more than one day unless you're doing certain things with it that have nothing to do with hygiene. Thank you. Because I don't know what you guys do in your free time. Maybe you sell your underwear. I don't fucking know, okay? Don't search it inside out. That's fucking disgusting. Now you're getting all of your fucking crotch junk all over the inside of your fucking clothing. That completely ruins the purpose of wearing underwear. If you're gonna wear it to have a separation, have a barrier between you and the outside world, now you're literally rubbing your junk onto the outside world. Why would you do that? Stop. You don't need to change it if you never wear it. Life hack, yeah, but now you're just rubbing your balls on your pants. Okay? Okay? Now, on the other hand, I suppose ball sweat is slightly different than you know, the things that come out of a self-cleaning mechanism. But still unfun. Still unfun. It's not good. Yeah, underwear is meant to be cleaned more often, so you don't need to deep dive. Yeah, exactly, Ubagi. Exactly. You wash the underwear, and then you can have the pants for longer. And not only does it mean that you're going to not have to wash your pants as often, it also means that because you're not washing your pants as often, they're gonna last longer because the material is not gonna break down as fast. Okay? And it's for comfort, and it's for hygiene. There's lots of reasons. Now, if you don't want to wear them, that's perfectly fine. I have a friend who doesn't wear underwear. Do I question her daily? Well, I don't actually question her out loud or anything, but I question the existence of not wearing underwear because it just seems like it would be very uncomfortable. Also, how the fuck do you not just have then like how do you just not have the world's worst camel toe or some shit? I don't understand. If you don't wear underwear, beware of pants that have zippers. Yeah, right? There's so many things that just seem like they would be so very uncomfortable if you're not wearing underwear. Why are we talking about underwear? I actually don't know. This is not the topic I meant to talk about today, but it's the one that we somehow started with, so it's fun. Maybe she doesn't wear... No, she does. She wears tight clothes. She does. She sometimes kind of dresses like an e-girl kind of, I suppose. There's a lot of tight clothes. She goes to the gym, like gym rat, like gym stuff. I don't know how she does it and like isn't just like showing her bits off to the world. I don't understand. I don't know. She has some sort of like magic, but I still don't think it's sanitary. I don't think it's sanitary. Maybe there isn't a camel toe. Yeah, that could possibly be it. Welcome. I mean, I've never seen her bits, so I've seen her boobs. Never seen her bits. So yeah, maybe there just is not like maybe there's not fat lips ? Is that how the kids say it these days? Anyway, Rigor Mortis, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you. Or she does and she YOLOs. No, she doesn't. It's like ranked fashion. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't fucking understand. This was gonna be my fall asleep to white noise. Not tired anymore. I'm so sorry, Waverly. I'm so sorry. But to be fair, I don't know why anyone expects my yaps to not be slightly unhinged at least 1 point. At least 1 point? I don't fucking know, man. You know a good topic that Tibby's trend on Twitter? Oh my fucking god. The titties on Twitter. Oh my, it's a fantastic. It started with books, right? It started with books. And then I saw someone do it with their diploma. And then I saw people being like, wait a second. And I've seen just like smaller and smaller things with the tibby. Which, perfectly fine, okay? I, like anyone else, does not mind looking at a nice pair of boobs. I simply don't. On the other hand, this became popular whilst I was at work. So it did in fact make looking at social media while I was at work a little bit of an issue. So... There were a couple of times where I had to I was scrolling and I had to scroll faster. Scroll faster. Pray that no one can see this. Oh my god. But yeah, so people are using their childhood consoles, I suppose, to cover their biddies. And so you've got Nintendo DS, and then I saw someone say something about a Game Boy Advanced. I haven't seen it though, but I've seen a lot of DSs. Yeah, which is nice, which is very fun. They saw, but they just gotta... I mean, I feel like at this point, people at work are just... They just look at me and they're like, yeah, she's fucking looking at random girls' titties again. And it's not on purpose. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose, okay? It is what it is, okay? You know damn well they saw it probably, honestly. I have 2 monitors when I'm at my desk. Usually, I mean, I do... So some of my stuff is done at a desk, and some of my stuff is done, away from, a desk. You have to sort of use both. But, when I'm at the desk, there's 2 monitors, and so they definitely... I feel like they can definitely see it, but you know, it is what it is. There is a little bit of a privacy screen, kind of. It doesn't work very well, but you know, so if they're at certain angles, they can't see. You know, but there are people who just chill right around me sometimes, so it is what it is. So I don't know, it's fine. I can see when they're on the computers too, but they don't scroll anime Twitter or watch VTubers. So Such prudes? No, they're not. They're just as fucking used to it as me. But it's still like, you know, you're not supposed to do that kind of thing at a workplace. That's fine. I don't want to put hentai on the screen to assert dominance. God damn. Have I read hentai at work? Maybe. But that's on my phone, and that has a privacy screen, so they can't see that. So it's fine. What they don't know can't hurt them. Of course, that's only on incredibly non-busy days, because usually we're quite busy, so that's very... That's a very rare thing to have in your genuine Google. No. No. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look. You can just... You can enjoy the finer things in life. It's fine. It's okay. We're all adults here, okay? We better all be adults here. We're fucking 18 plus in this channel, okay? We're all adults here. Sure, they know all about the dueling lightsabers that Cyon reads. They don't. They fucking don't. And it's not always dueling lightsabers. But they don't. It's fine. It's okay as long as you have self-control. Yeah, these are Oshi. What do you mean? What are you talking about? It's fine. Yeah. You're only 2.5 years old. You have a really good vocabulary and the ability to spell words quite well for someone who is only 2.5. Yeah. They just don't mention it. No, actually, because my phone, I literally have a privacy screen on it where, like, if you're not looking at it directly, it's almost impossible to see what's on my phone. Which I originally got because my social media stuff, like when I would scroll, it was a lot of cosplayers. And like, I don't know if you've ever been on cosplay social media, because it's like, there's a good number of scantily clad women in like dressing up as the characters, or just sometimes in like bikini versions or lingerie versions, or you know, there's a lot of thirst trapping. And the girls are good looking, right? My friends included, okay? Because this was, I mean, because I had a lot of friends who did that kind of thing, like when I was a cosplayer, you know, because that's just how that is now. The very fine line between the safe for work and not safe for work, yeah. You used to view that community quite a bit, yeah. So those of you who know, right? It's dangerous to scroll that in public. Even if you have no, like you're not looking for, like, that kind of thing, it just shows up. You very often get flashbanged. I very often get flashbanged by one of my friend's boobies, okay? when I'm scrolling, just you know, not fully tits out, because like you can't do that on Instagram, but like, you know, it is what it is. And so sometimes you just need a little bit of a privacy screen. Yeah. This is why I've stopped going on Pinterest. Pinterest nowadays, I think there's just, or at least the parts of Pinterest that I've been on, there's just a lot of AI stuff. I don't often go on Pinterest. I usually only go on if I'm trying to come up with like interesting concepts for stuff, like doing like design work or helping friends come up with stuff, or like putting ideas together for something. I don't often go on Pinterest, but last time I was on there was just a lot of AI stuff, and I was like, I don't know about that. It became AI infested real fast. Yeah, even like clothing and like hair stuff, just absolutely insane. Just I was trying to like find, like hair stuff for myself last year, in terms of like, okay, what do I want for like a cut and color or something. Fucking impossible. It's all just like, it used to be like you would still get photoshopped shit, you know, like you'd get the girl with like the bright green hair that like you just, it's very hard to get it to do the thing. in reality, you know? And nowadays it's just like, here's this absolutely crazy amount of hair and this really neat style. It turns out that it's like not a person, it's just fucking AI. So the worst part is I use it to find character art. Yeah, it is what it is. I use AI work really pushed its way into everything. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. You know, and it kind of sucks because like, I mean, I'm one of those people who like when I saw like hack sign as a kid, I was like, I can't wait until we get like virtual reality and I can play video games and I can like have like a full body experience. And then like getting older, you know, there's like fucking like reboot or like other just like tech like sci-fi things, and I was like, oh, AI is gonna be so cool. And then like and we get here and I'm like, oh. So it turns out that it was in fact not all that cool. Now I'm like, every time I see AI, I'm just like, I got an ad yesterday when I was scrolling Twitter for an AI program that was to help students cheat academically, and I was like, I hate this shit. Someone who used to be a teacher. It was like showing the girl like put like Vaseline over top of their camera so they could like cheat the system, and then like an AI thing popped up and I was like, what the fuck? Why? Like the whole point of going to school is so that you actually learn something, especially when it's post-secondary, because you're fucking paying for that shit. You better actually learn something or it's just not worth it. There's no fucking point. It is what it is. And then, like, I feel like there's so many times where I'm reading something, like an apology that someone's had or something, and I'm like, this doesn't seem like it was written... Like, this seems like they were like, please write me an apology for this situation. Now, there are good uses for AI. For example, it's apparently really, really good at translation. So I've seen a lot of people say that using like Chat GPT for like, you know, if they want like English to Japanese translation for talking with artists or people, you know, outside of your own language sphere, question mark, that it works incredibly well, like way better than if you're trying to use like Google Translate or something, right? So that's really cool. That is really cool. And like, that's actually, a really fantastic way to be using something like that. It's better than DeepL at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Does not just use, no, it doesn't. It's better than Google Translate, apparently. It's like way, 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 way better. A certain duck recently tweeted as such. Yeah, I've seen it a number of times. I was actually told that before I went to Japan as well. One of my friends was saying that. So it's like, that works really well. That's great. That's fantastic. Like, that's the kind of thing that like helps people, you know? The art thing fucking sucks ass. Because it could be cool if they actually like created a databank properly and like paid the artists or whatever so that it could do the... That's its own fucking... I mean, I'm sure you guys all know how that whole thing exists. That whole argument has been around for a hot fucking second and is just generally... It just sucks, you know? It just sucks. Yeah, same thing with like, I'm not too worried about stories, like people who are like novel writers and stuff with AI at the moment, because AI is not very good. It can give you like a rough thing, but there's, you know, if you ever try to write anything, I've seen like AI novels and stuff, and it's always like there's weird plot holes. Sometimes the wording is just odd. It's not there yet, which is great. Yeah, AI can't create. Yes, it doesn't create anything that is cohesive enough at the moment to actually worry like authors, because it simply can't do that at the moment. Even like, you know, there's a lot of AI stories on like TikTok and stuff, and it's very obvious which ones are AI stories, because they have just weird inconsistencies. It is what it is, you know? So that's, you know, fucking, it's fine. Use AI to tell you what makes a good story, not write you a good one. Yeah, so like using it as a tool I think is like can be really cool, right? Using it as like a, you know, this is what I've got. Please find like any grammatical issues. Please see if there's a way to like reword this in a different way. Right, things like that. Using it as a tool to like help you do something that you're doing already. To like check you if you don't have like access to an editor or friends to read it for you or something. Sure, or to get it to read it back to you, because you can use like AI voice reading stuff, right? That's great. That's fine. It's when people use it as like a replacement for any sort of effort, that's where I'm like, what? Why? Also, it's still not good. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. An AI editor would be nice, yeah. See, the thing is, like, it can help edit. And I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Because even after it will do editing, you still have to go through and, like, yes and no, different changes, and, like, try to figure out if it makes sense. Right? Like, you're using it as a tool. You're not using it as a replacement for, like, work. If that makes sense. AI is a 50-50 topic. Yeah, it's one of those things where some of the more publicized uses of it sucks ass. It sucks ass. It's just like, it's shit. I hate it. But using it as a tool in a lot of ways, it can be, like, it can be a really good tool. The problem is that's people. The problem is people. It's the same as anything else. It's a tool, and people will be people, and people can be shit sometimes. So, do I have water? I do have a little bit of water. I also have a little bit of tea. I'm trying to keep myself awake, but sorry if I sound silly. I have been having some throat things today, but it is what it is. Yeah. You saw an artist say they blacklist people who use AI art for references when paying for it. A lot of artists do, actually. There's actually a lot of artists that will not take AI art as reference material. Now, do I think that's completely fair? Not necessarily. Because since AI art is so prevalent, especially on places like TikTok, or not TikTok, like Pinterest, or just a Google search in general, this person could have gotten a reference for a pose or something, or a piece of clothing, and they're saying, oh, I really like this. And they've compiled all of these images as references for the artist they're trying to commission. And they don't know it's AI art. And the artist is going to say, hey, no. See, now, if you open a dialogue and the person is like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that that was AI art. Let me try to find something else. That's fine. I think that that is perfectly A-okay. Why? Because they didn't do it maliciously. They didn't know. They didn't, like, make the art or anything with AI. Now, on the other hand, I did see a couple of things recently where a girl created AI art with a prompt. Like, they prompted it and got the art done. And sent that to the artist. And their argument was, well, I wanted something very specific and I wanted to make sure I could show it to the artist. And it's not like I'm going to use the AI art, so it's fine. That I don't agree with. It's more, I'd personally put that on like a gray area, because like, yeah, they don't plan on using it, but they still did make it, and there are other ways to do it. For example, creating a mood board of all the pieces you want, right? Like, you want a specific shirt, you want a specific hairstyle, you want a specific whatever, right? Also, you can give feedback to your artist. They're not gonna get it right the first time, but that's what rough drafts are for. That's why you get sketches from your artists, unless it's a skeb, right? But again, I'm not an artist. I just have friends that are artists. So my say on what's going on is very like I can see why people do the thing, but also I get that it's like not great. But yeah, you agree with the girl, not everyone can draw their ideas, plus it doesn't hurt anyone. the hurt anyone part is that there's a lot of people who will debate you on that. I'm not gonna get into that because like I said, I'm not really an artist. I've heard a lot about either side. I don't personally agree with it. But like, I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of other ways to get ideas. Like I tend to make mood boards for stuff, especially if it's for outfits that I don't actually have, right? For example, my birthday art. I compiled like different like backgrounds, the different colorations in terms of like, did I want it to be like daytime or sunset or whatever? Sort of the vibes, the poses, and I compiled a mood board. And then the artist sent different sketches, and I said, I want that one with these changes. And they said, cool, got it. So there, you can do it other ways. There are horror stories with the artist doesn't get it, and yeah. Yeah, all language is not gonna make the best thing, but that's, yeah. That's coming from a creative mindset. Some people don't have that creativity. You don't have creativity to make a mood board. If you have creativity to type in, I want jeans and a t-shirt, you can look for jeans and a t-shirt. You just go on Google. That's the thing. You can type each section of that prompt that you're making, like I want brown hair, fucking bunny ears, black t-shirt. You like literally just each piece, right? It doesn't, like, that's the other thing. I guess because I'm not a designer, I don't design things. I come up with ideas and I throw them out at an artist and I say, hey, make something out of this. So like, you're saying that is with a creative mindset. You're wrong. But yeah, you'd like to think it's fine. Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, if there's an AI reference in a mood board or something, like, or you're using it as a pose and you got it on Google, like that's not your fault. Okay, that's 0% your fault. It is what it is, you know? What's a mood board? I've never commissioned art before. Well, like, just like making like a brainstorming thing. I literally have just used fucking paint before. I just will like copy and paste images into a paint, like, and I'll just fucking save it as a PNG and I'll be like, hi, artist. I would like art. Please make me art. The green bunny for the thumbnail happened because I asked for Bulbasaur or a bunny if they couldn't do it because of copyright. Yeah, do the thing, here's money. Yes, exactly. Yes. Literally doing that right now with your game design. Yeah! You want a ref, you just Google it. Yes, exactly. And again, like, I'm generally ambivalent. I don't agree with AI art. But I'm not combative about it. You know, it's one of those things. Like, I don't like it. I can see why some people like it. I don't personally agree with it, but I'm not gonna fucking get in your face about it. Like, it's one of those topics that a lot... Oh, why did that happen? Hello? I think my computer is haunted. It tried... It tried to end my stream. No, we're not ending. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah. It's one of those topics that end stream, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's something that people have very strong feelings with, one way or the other, generally speaking. And it is what it is. There are wars fought online for less. So, yeah. But I have my own opinions on it. I don't necessarily agree with it. In part just, though, because I'm coming from a side that is affected, right? Like, I do have a lot of friends that are artists. I have a lot of friends who, like, participate in, like, art or content creation or, like, writing or whatever. Things like that. So, like, obviously I have, like, what is the term? What is it? Skin in the game? Is that... is that the one? Right? So, like, I think that it's really cool and there's a lot of ways to use it as a tool, like I said. I think it's, like, it's not inherently bad. People just are people. right? No matter if you make something that's really cool or not, people are gonna be people, and they're gonna fuck it up somehow. For example, Viagra. Some of you might not know, that was originally a cardiac medication. That is made for heart things. And then they were like, ooh, cool side effect. And now most people only know it as dick medication. Why is that the example? Because people fuck things up. You've got this thing that works really well for one thing, and instead of using it for the purpose, people are like, ooh, but instead of helping hearts, we make dick hard. Like, why? And so, if you ever, like, I don't know if you guys have ever had to deal with people with medications and stuff, and you're just like going through and you're like, yeah, okay. Like, or you stood at a pharmacy. Have you ever been at a pharmacy and had, like, I have. Where like there's a person in front of you and they're like they're getting Viagra, but they're like Viagra. Like they're just like fucking whispering, you know? The side effect became the main use. Yeah, exactly. There's many medications like that. Yes, there are. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where like just because it's good for one thing doesn't mean that that's how people are going to use it. If AI art regulated, artists whose work are used or compensated, then it's fine. Yeah, that's the thing, as I was saying, like if originally they made like databases and they compensated the artists whose work that they wanted to base AI art off of, I think that would be cool. I think that'd be fantastic, right? Because then the artist is saying yes, right? There is that agency that they were not given the first time. That's a big reason as to why I don't like it. It's not necessarily the creativity aspect, it's the agency aspect. Like, you didn't fucking ask them. And that's kind of shite. So, like, you know, they would be able to say, yeah, cool, I want that. And then, like, there could be monetary something involved. There could not be, right? You could use, like, smaller artists. You could put their name on it. Say, like, here's a list of all the artists in this data bank. That would be cool. Like, obviously, that's not gonna, like, give them money or anything, but now their name is on something and they've agreed to it. So that's fine. You know? I just think, yeah, it's people are people. People make weird and... people make weird decisions. No one's gonna agree with everything. Sometimes decisions are shite, sometimes decisions are fine. So it is what it is. 5 a.m. Happy 5 a.m. Matthew. Ooh, I don't know why 5 a.m. reminded me, but I told Bro Hart that you guys said happy birthday, and he said hello. He did not say anything other than hello. He just kind of like gave me like a look like, yeah, okay, tell him hi. So he says hello. Yeah, we went for food. I got food. It was good. And then the server at the restaurant got the dessert order wrong and brought 2 desserts instead of just 1 for his birthday. And so I also got a dessert, and I was very happy because it was a tea-based dessert, and I was incredibly happy. They got his wrong too. He wanted a cheesecake. Instead, we both got tea-based desserts. So yeah. You must send another message to Bro Hart. No, no one needs to. This random group of people on the internet says happy birthday. Yes, exactly. He was just like, okay, sure. Yeah, brother, the voices, they congratulate you. Did you tell your parents you showed up early? No, but Bro Hart did, and he mocked me. But I was nice enough not to out him for being very high. But yes, he mocked me. And then Ma Hart mocked me too. Although it made it worse. I think it made it worse because she didn't mean to mock me. Like, I think she thought she was being nice. Okay, so Ma Hart has gotten into watching like reality TV. Like trash TV. Why? She says she's watched every single drama that she could find, and she's waiting for the new episodes of her series. So she's currently watching trash TV. And she's been watching, oh fuck, what is it called? Paradise Island? Something Island. Tantalizing Island? It's like, no, not Love Island. It's Temptation Island, that's the one, thank you. She was telling me that it's like, there's couples who go, and then there's singles. They separate the couple, and then the men are in a house full of hot women, and women are in a house full of hot men. And she was saying that everyone was cheating on everyone except for one man. She very much likes this one man. She was like, this is a good man. You need a man like this. But she was talking about like how terrible everyone was. But how like it was like all of the men were cheating on their wives. Or, well, they're not wives. Are they wives? Girlfriends? I don't know. They were cheating on their significant others with like the singles in this like house thing. And after telling me about all this, she just goes, see, with men like this, maybe it's a good thing you're single. I mean, if you're basing it off of these specific men who are cheating on their significant others, then yes. But I'm pretty sure that's literally the premise of the show when you're locking people up with hot singles trying to tempt them away from their significant other. But thanks, I guess. What the fuck? Yeah, friendly fire, exactly. Because usually she's out here trying to be like, oh, like there's like this... this friend has a has a son. This friend has a son. Although she did that to Bro Hart this time around. She was like, oh, like this friend when I went home, the daughter is like blah blah blah, and like you should meet her. And Bro Hart just like took it in stride and was like, yeah, what's her Instagram? And Ma Hart was like, what's an Instagram? And like I was just like, you want to see if she's hot? I understand. She's given up on you. Maybe she's finally given up on me. It didn't feel good though, you know. I've been waiting on the day that she finally stops like assuming that I'm going to like get married and give her grandbabies, you know, right? Like I've been trying to convince her of this for fucking since I was a teenager. Like, I don't want kids. I don't. I will take care of other people's kids. I don't mind kids. I just don't think that I would be a good mom. I just don't. I'd be a great auntie, okay? I'm a perfectly fine big sister. I don't have confidence. I don't think I would be a good mom. I don't think I'm patient enough. I'm incredibly impatient. You guys know this. So great self-awareness, yeah. That's the thing. That's kind of why. I don't think I would do a good job, right? So, but I'm perfectly fine helping other people with their kids. I'm great with kids. Kids love me. I want to give them back at the end of the day. Man, I think I'm too selfish to be a mom. Honestly, I'm not patient enough. I like having like my own time where I can sit alone and like read or just have floor time or like turn my brain off for a little bit. Would you adopt? If I ever thought I was in a place that I could support a child, I would not be opposed to adopting. But I don't think I'll ever be at that point, honestly. I can barely take care of myself. Look, you guys know this, okay? This is not a surprise to anyone. I can barely keep myself and my bunnies up and running. Being in charge of a small life that sounds fucking terrifying. Don't give me that responsibility, please. What if your partner would be the one that's the caretaker and I would be the breadwinner? There would be no bread to be won. We would starve. If I was the breadwinner, we would simply fucking starve, okay? I can keep myself alive. Now, on the other hand, if I somehow could magically make the current salary that I make at my current job, but move somewhere that is not expensive, which would be like the fucking center of Raccoonania for it to be affordable, maybe but I can't. The thing is jobs out there don't pay the same because the cost of living is not the same, right? A lot of places where I live, it is incredibly expensive. And I don't even live, I've said this before, I don't even live in the main city, right? I don't live in like a hubbub area, and it's expensive as fuck. So even in the off chance that like there is someone out there who's like, hey, I want to be a stay-at-home husband, I'm great at cleaning, I like cooking, I'll keep you alive, you can go to work and then I'll give you cuddles afterwards. That sounds fucking dope, okay? That sounds great. Except for the fact that I do not make enough money to support a family. I simply do not. It's just far outside of like I'm like even thinking that sounds like too much, to be honest. Yeah. And that's the other thing is like anyone who's thinking that in terms of the other way around as well. Have a good night, Doom King. Have a good night. The other way around as well. Like if I ever did get married, I also would not be expecting to be a stay-at-home wife. I wouldn't, because that puts a lot of financial responsibility on the person who's supposed to be your partner, right? Which, unless I just like magically am marrying like a fucking CEO or some shit, that's not good. Also, I don't think a CEO would be home enough for me to like want to date them. Right? Like, if I'm gonna be in a relationship with someone, you fucking like. I feel like someone who is doing that much work, they're probably gonna not be at home a ton, right? They're gonna be married to their work, right? If that makes sense. So like at that point, if I'm just gonna essentially be single, but you know, see a person once in a while, I might as well just be single. So I feel like no matter what, like, and in that case, if both parents are working, like the kid is just gonna be neglected. You're not gonna have enough time with your family, and that's also not cool. I mean, it works fine for some people. Just like I don't know. I don't think I could do it. You could be single and have money though. Yes. Again, I'd have to move somewhere very different and try to find a job that gives me the same amount of money. I don't know about that one. Not just a CEO, a rich CEO, because a CEO can be poor. Yeah, I suppose so. But like usually if you have like a small business, like you own like a, I don't know, like a mom and pop grocery store or something, you usually don't call yourself a CEO. Usually you just say that you're the owner of something, right? I don't know. Suddenly seeing the benefits of one of those triad marriages, honestly, I feel like, goddamn, I feel like that's, like, how the fuck does anyone have kids without being poly at this point? I fucking swear to God. like me and my friends joke sometimes about like, because one of my friends wants kids, right? So like you guys, most of you probably know at this point, there's 4 girls in my like close friend circle, and it's me, extrovert friend, artist friend, and married friend, right? And only married friend wants to have kids. The rest of us are like, we like kids, but artist friend has just health issues, we'll put it that way. I don't think she can have kids even if she did want them. That's a lie. She probably very well could have kids, but she has really bad endo. So it would be just a terrible experience for her. And extrovert friend is very much she's like how would you describe it? She doesn't mind kids, but she's an activist, I guess, would be the way that I would describe her. She does a lot of like, she goes around and does a lot of stuff. She's also, yeah, she's, I mean, I've said this before, she's getting her PhD. She's very smart. She does a lot of academic stuff. She goes and does like a lot of symposiums and stuff. Also, she's got a lot of health conditions she doesn't want to pass down. Kind of like me. That is one of my reasons for not wanting to have kids. I don't want, I don't want to. Like, the off chance that I could pass something terrible to, like, offspring, that sounds fucking terrible. Because, like, there's a lot of shit ass motherfucking crap that runs in my family, right? Right? Like I've told you guys before that there's, like, a 90% chance I'm getting cancer. Because there's, like, fucking 7 different types of cancer. And every single person in my family who has died except one person has died of cancer. My auntie has MS. MS runs in the family. There's some other really unfun neurological shit that runs in the family. There's heart conditions that run in the family. One of my cousins was born with tetralogy of Fallot and was in and out of the hospital her entire childhood and still can't do certain things. Like, there's just a lot of unfun stuff. I, as much as I am not super physically well in terms of medical things, I am much better off than a lot of people in my family. Like, I look and function like a perfectly normal person. Things just slightly hurt, you know? But the off chance that I could pass something terrible on to the next generation, I just, like, would not want to do that. Even if I, you know, had the money to have kids, had the space to have kids, could magically cook, somehow became way more patient. So, like, we've made a lot of jokes as a friend group that, like, you know, one of us will have kids and we'll move out to a farm somewhere and we'll just have, like, a collective and they can pass their kids off on the rest of us. And, like, I'll do, like, homeschooling for the kid, and, like, artist friend will teach them, like, art and cooking, and extrovert friend will, like, teach them other stuff, and then, like, all of their significant others will, like, do sports and stuff with the kid. And I was like, yep. And then on the downtime where I'm not teaching this kid, I can just, like, fucking play video games. And that's where my friend side-eyed me and was like, no, you'd be doing other things too, right? Like, you'd help us, like, farm food or something. And I was like, yeah, in Stardew Valley. Like, look, if you're making me teach a child for, like, fucking 6 hours or some shit, I'm getting the rest of the day off. Look, you guys are all gonna have your fucking, like, at that point, if we fucking magically get a commune, like, you're all gonna be there with your fucking husbands. It's just gonna be me in my fucking cabin, okay? I deserve video games. It takes a village, except literal. Yeah, exactly. We have made a lot of, like, jokes about that, but at the same time, we're just kind of like, but is it a joke, though? But is it a joke, though? Because honestly, we're gonna have to move out into the middle of nowhere to be able to afford somewhere. At this fucking point, like, none of us is gonna be able to buy somewhere in the... Well, that's a lie. Extrovert friend could probably eventually buy something in the city. She's got her PhD. She's a specialist in her field by, like, a lot. Like, she's even like when she just had her master's degree, she had she taught a summer course at, like, a very prestigious university. That's, like, how specialized her particular field is. So she honestly, she could possibly get money for it down the road. I wouldn't be surprised with that. This girl is so fucking smart, and it kills me because every time I make a joke, I'm sure you guys, some of you guys do this too. I get Maros sometimes that are like, I don't like it when you say that you're stupid. Okay, I've told you guys from the very beginning that I am the stupidest smart person you will meet. Okay, I'm book smart. I'm not I'm not, like, life smart a lot of the time, okay? I understand that. It's fine. I make dumb decisions. To be fair, there's a lot of people that are smart that make dumb decisions. But PhD friend, extrovert friend, is just like you guys. Because every time I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid, she's like, no, you're just forgetful. You're one of the smartest people I know. And I'm like, that has to be a fucking lie. You have met people with PhDs and who are specialists in their field. There's no fucking chance. There is no chance that I am still... Like, when we first met, sure, because she was just starting her bachelor's and I was already done all of my, like, she was, like, mid her bachelor's degree and I was done all of mine and all of the, like, specialty certification courses that I've done. And I used to help her with, like, this is how you study, this is, like, I'll edit your essays for you, like, that kind of shit. So at that point, yeah, I could see her thinking I'm smart. But now I'm like, I know you mean it for real, but I don't believe you. Like, I don't actually think that I'm stupid. But I am very aware that I am a specific type of smart. You know, I am very much, I'm good at research. I am book smart. I am not many other kinds of smart. And I am very airheaded a lot of the time. I can be very forgetful. So it is what it is. But yeah, some of the smartest people that you'll meet have like, do some of the dumbest fucking shit. They do some of the dumbest fucking shit. So it's fine. And that's like, I joke about it because like, I'm making fun of myself. I'm poking fun of myself. And like, I know that it's like, it is what it is, you know? Have a good breakfast, Martin. Have a good breakfast. I hope it's delicious. Yeah. But yeah. Signs of main character smart, very knowledgeable, misses the obvious. Yeah, that sounds about right. I excel in very specific fields. But I also can be very oblivious. And that's fine. It's fine. You know, there's just some things that you can't change about yourself. There's a lot of things that you can, right? You can learn things, you can learn new skills, you can like train yourself to think in different ways. But there's some things that you're just never gonna quite pick up on. Just never gonna quite pick up on. Yeah. For example, people having crushes on you. I've been told multiple times by people after they're dating someone else that like previously they were like, oh yeah, I really had a crush on you and like blah 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 and like this thing and this thing, and I'm just like cool, and it's like yeah, and like you were never interested because like I would do things that were so obvious and you were like, and I knew like you were just letting me down easy, so like thank you so much for that, and like I'm really glad that like you and like so and so are getting a lot, like their girlfriend, like oh I'm glad you guys are friends, like it's really cool, and I'm just like yeah, I definitely did it on purpose and let you down easy. I definitely did it on purpose and let you down easy. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are having a good time. So, I am well aware that I can be incredibly fucking dense. I am well aware of that fact. Yeah. Moss is dense as an anime MC sometimes, which is sad because I fucking hate most anime MCs. I'm like, oh my god, they're so stupid. They don't think. Just fucking think. And then I like think back to my own life and I'm like, I would fucking hate watching myself from the outside. I would be just like screaming into the cloud, like screaming from the clouds above, like, why the fuck, you dense motherfucker? So, you know, you can, we're allowed to be a little hypocritical every once in a while, right? We're allowed to be a little hypocritical every now and again. The spineless dense MCs, I fucking hate that shit. Useless female main characters in shoujo too fucking kills me. Which is part of the reason I don't like a lot of like fluffy, cute romance stuff. I fucking hate that shit. Ooh, recently I was reading like a romance, god, what was it? It was like something like I Was Born with the Silver Spoon or something. Good. If you like romance where the main female character is not a fucking useless piece of shit, you will like this series. It's not completely finished, but the main storyline seems to be finished. I literally caught up today. Sounds familiar? Yeah, so the main female character is the daughter of the richest family in the South, and she's like actually like a really good businessman, and she like has a good head on her shoulders. Is it modern or fantasy? It's like a historical fantasy setting. Yeah, so she's the daughter of a count, I want to say, and it is one of those ones where like she got like reincarnated into a novel or something, so she kind of knows, and but she's not like, it's not one of those ones where she's like, I can't get close to anyone, they're just characters. She actually like takes everything in stride, and it's got like her very like one of those angelic but like evil on the, like rotten on the inside characters, and that's her sister. and then she has a brother. And at first you're like, what the fuck? And eventually at the end, like, I liked all of the characters by the end of it. It was quite good. I believe they made it into a manhwa. Yeah, what's the name again? I don't remember the entire. It's something about like I was born with a golden or a silver spoon. Something silver spoon. Yeah. Quite good. And it's just like the characters aren't dense. She actually communicates. I enjoyed it because usually I read them and I'm like, what? Just fuck. And like the characters fall in love, and then the characters are like, oh, I love them, but they'll never love me because it's a contract marriage. And then the other side is like, I love them, but they'll never love me because it's a contract marriage. And then they're both trying to like, one of them is guilty and one of them is trying to figure out how to like trap the other in the marriage. I fucking hate that bullshit. I hate that shit so much. Oh my god. Like fucking 50 chapters could be skipped if you were just like, hey, so I know we said that we weren't going to fall in love. What if on the off chance I did in fact fall in love with you? Done. There, you fucking skipped 50 chapters of bullshit. Kills me. Again, I am very impatient. We all know this. Have a good night, Matthew. Have a good night. Get some good rest. Miscommunication is the absolute worst. Yes, especially when it's like continuous, right? Like there's a miscommunication at the beginning and they just keep going and they go and they go and they go and they go. Why? You've been on the same problem for 100 chapters. Oh. We need the misunderstanding to prolong the story? No. You can have other things to prolong the story. How it should have ended manga style. Yeah, exactly. But fireworks can... You can have cute fireworks dates without misunderstandings. God fucking damn it. Because at that point you can be like, oh, like this is a fireworks date for my love. And I'm gonna pay for it and surprise them. And we're gonna have a nice picnic under the stars with fireworks or something. Hi, Richard. Thank you. I hope you're having a good night. Speaking of fireworks, though, that reminds me of another manga I read recently. I don't remember what the name is, but at one point there were fireworks, and then she burned down a castle and accidentally stopped a plague. It has time travel in it. I don't remember. It wasn't finished either. It was quite good. I think it's in my bookmarks somewhere so that I can remember later. That escalated. Yeah, that's why I liked it. There was arson. It was great. Very specific. Yeah. It's great. I don't know. My favorite stories are the ones where the main character is not. It's not useless. Like, okay, if you want a useless main character. There is one time where I am okay and I actually enjoy a useless main character. And that is only in Smut. Only in Smut. Because then at least there's, you know, whatever the other partner character is not gonna be useless. They're going to be like very forward and probably gonna take advantage of the fact that the main character is useless. It's fine in its own genre, you know? But like in just like shonen and shoujo, like general storylines, I fucking hate that shit. Like, at least be competent in one area, you know? You don't have to be good at everything. That makes you a Mary Sue. That's also not like the most fun to read. I will read those sometimes. But just please be good at something. Just one thing. Be good at one thing. You can be bad at everything else. That's fine. Just be bad at one thing, please. Just good at one thing, rather, please. Anything. I don't even care what it is. It can be walking. You can be good at walking. I'll be happy for you. Just fucking garbage ass MCs. When the MC isn't so overpowered, there's no tension or conflict unless there's a ton of edge. Yeah, that can be true too. Can you be good at not? No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's like saying the one way that I'm lucky is that I'm unlucky constantly. and therefore that counts as luck because it's consistent. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. The best at mediocrity, if only they could be at least mediocre. I would take that. I will take them being mediocre. Put all my points into walking. There is literally a story about that. What is it? Something about I level up by walking or something? There is literally a story about that, and I have read it. I will read anything. I will read anything. Reading lets me not have thoughts or have thoughts, something like that. I level up by eating. That's another one. That's also good. Yeah. But no, there is literally just one where the main character levels by walking. So. May have read that as well. Yes. And I level up by eating is good. There's also a couple other ones that are specific, like that specifically surround eating in games. That can be quite fun. Yeah. Death Stranding manga, yeah, essentially. Yeah. There's even one where they level up by digging a hole. Yeah. For a while, leveling up stories became incredibly popular. Which, yeah. Sorry, had to cough. Walking simulators. Walking simulators can be fun. Depends on what sort of thing is around said walking simulator. Exponential growth. Yeah, like solo leveling. That was incredibly popular for a long time, and that created a lot of stories that populated off of it that were like tower and gate genre things. And then there, before that, there was a lot of like isekai, and there was a lot of like, oh, you're level 0 and you get dropped into a cave and you do a thing, and oh my god, now you're gonna be powerful and you almost died and you get to go take revenge. There was a lot of stories like that for a hot second. Villainous stuff popped off for a hot second. Now people are a little tired of villainous stuff, so we're getting movement into like less villainous, but still like reincarnation or time travel within a period and things like that. Solo leveling is awesome. I agree. There is the like sequel to solo leveling as well. What is it, like Solo Leveling Ragnarok or something as well? I have not read all of that one yet. Sign calling out all the things I enjoy. That I like them too, Phantom. You're fine. I've already said I read everything. I enjoy just reading random shit. Like when isekai was popular, there was one that was just like, what is it? Like something about a simple farming life? Question mark. I don't remember. He got an isekai and he was just like, give me farming skills. And then he made a little fucking village in the middle of nowhere. So do you read all this? I read, like I said, I read just about everything. There's a couple of those. There are a couple of those. Yes, isekai non-BOD, yay! Yes. I read a lot. In part just because I really like reading, in part because I read really quickly. So I can get through a lot incredibly quickly. Yeah. And I tend to bounce back and forth between like manga, manhwa, smut, and fan fiction. Yeah. Boss, a speed reader? I am. I have to read really slowly if I'm not reading it out loud on on stream. Yeah. Yeah. Because if I'm just reading things to myself, especially like instructions and stuff, it tends to look like I'm like leaving it on the screen for a couple of seconds and then skipping. Which I think some of you have noticed at certain moments when I'm not like actually narrating things. Yeah, I tend to read incredibly quickly. Sometimes I have to pace myself not to finish what I'm reading. Oh, see, I don't mind that because I always know that there's going to be more. The internet has unlimited content. Now, is all of it good? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's unlimited content and I will take it, I will ingest it, and I will rot my brain. I am perfectly okay imbibing brain rot in a slightly different way than, I guess, the current usual intake of brain rot is done. Because it tends to be less through like memes and TikToks and stuff, and more through word vomit. You don't want to finish it now? Oh, yeah. See, that is true. Like, especially if you find something that's really, really good. I don't know if you do this sometimes, but like, you'll read a couple chapters and like, when there's a place where there's like a good break in the story, right? Like, it's not a cliffhanger. Then sometimes I'll go read something else in the middle of like whatever the good thing is. And then I'll go back, and if I don't remember the exact thing that happened, it means I can reread a chapter. I can go back and reread a little bit, and then I can continue. And the same thing, like once I hit a place where there isn't a cliffhanger, then I can go read something else for a little bit, and then I come back to like prolong things. I think that's the only way that I like purposely slow down consuming something. Does brain rot even apply to books? I think it can when the books are not like overly well written, the stories are not overly great. Which in some part is why I try to like learn new things or like research new things as well, just for funsies. So that I'm not like only consuming like shit ass fiction and smut. Do you own any full manga series physically? I used to own a couple, but when I moved from, like, I used to move a lot. I've said this before. I used to move, like, every single year I would live in a new place. And so because of that, I had to get rid of a lot of the stuff that I had, and I gave things to friends, or I gave things to other people. Or, like, sometimes at conventions, there used to be, like swap alleys and stuff. But yeah, I think the very first series I ever owned physically was Anatolia Story. Or Red River, I believe is the English name. It's an old ass, it's technically not isekai, it's technically time travel. So it's an old shoujo series where a girl falls back in time and has to deal with the bullshittery that is Anatolia. And then eventually ancient Egypt as well. So it's like historical romance fiction. Yeah, that was the first manga series that I owned physically in its entirety. I owned a decent amount of Clamp manga. Like, for example, I think I had all of X 1999. I don't think I ever got all of Tsubasa Chronicles. Oh, now I have the fucking Chobits theme song stuck in my head again. God damn it. Let me be with you. Yeah, let me be with you. I used to love Clamp. Their art books are fucking great. To be fair, in that particular time period, I think Clamp had a good hold on just about everyone who was around. Yeah, Chobits definitely made me think that by the time I was an adult, I could have a cute robot friend / maid. I didn't really think about significant others at that particular moment in my life, but I definitely did think that I would have a robot by now. I do not, in fact, have a robot. Persicom's when, right? Or, ooh, and then there was, God, not Angel Beats. It was Angel something, and it was like little Persicoms who did battle. That one was good too. I also wanted little adorable battle Persicoms. Little battle bots. But not like battle bots, but like, you know. God fucking damn it, what was it called? I don't fucking remember. This is gonna kill me. It's gonna eat my brain. Angelic Lair? Was it Angelic Lair? Maybe Angelic Lair. Yes, Angelic Lair. Yes, and the dolls. Yeah. Yay! Yeah, Angelic Layer was also great. Yes. Did you get any of the merch like Cardcaptor Sakura? I used to have all of the cloud cards from Cardcaptor Sakura. I made myself a Kigurumi of fucking God fucking damn it, was it Kuro? Yeah, Kero. Kero. Yeah, Cerberus. Keroberos. There we go. It's like, what the fuck is his name? Rosen Maidens. Rosen Maidens was also great. I never did cosplay from Rosen Maiden, but I really wanted to a good number of times, but I never had any friends who were into the series when I was. Which sucked. That sucked. I hated that. I have seen recently a really, really good Rosen Maiden cosplay, and I was like, what the fuck? I want to do that. Why don't I get cool things? Yeah, no, Suiginto was great. I agree with you. I really wanted to cosplay Suisei Seki. Yeah. I thought Suisei Seki was cool. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, this was my era of like, this was before I started reading manga, so, well, I mean, I read manga, but this is the era where I, like, mainly watched anime. I watched a lot of anime. So, in this era is when I actually did consume a lot in terms of, like, watching things as opposed to reading things, and I read, like, books. And fan fiction. I read a lot of fan fiction. The OP of Rosen Maiden was a bit... Honestly, there are so many good opening... I mean, to be fair, there's still a lot of really good anime openings these days. And it's probably just my own bias and nostalgia. I love old school anime openings, man. Watch Inuyasha? Abso-fucking-lutely, I've watched Inuyasha. I would say that's probably one of the first anime that I watched that I knew was anime. I'd watched anime previous to Inuyasha, but I didn't, like, it was just a cartoon, right? Like, I didn't know that it was different. We did not have cable though, so the only time I could watch Inuyasha is if we went to the, like, to a friend's house, or it technically wasn't our friend's house, it was my mom's friend's house. And usually I was expected to, like, kind of babysit whilst we were there. But sometimes I would be able to get away and I could just I could steal their TV and watch Inuyasha. Later on, once certain DVD burnings existed, I then could watch everything, and I did watch the entirety of the show eventually. But when I started, I used to just catch, like, bits and pieces of stuff here or there. Yeah. I still, every once in a while, get the Inuyasha theme song stuck in my head, like, at least once every 2 weeks, honestly. Do I know the entire thing though? Absolutely not. So it goes, I want to change the world, do 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 Taya Sazuni, do 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 do. There's just a lot of like la 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 la. It's Wonderland. Yeah. Yeah. No, I fucking love, like, anime openings from that particular time period. Even, like, Naruto had a lot of bangers for, like, openings and for endings. Localization at its finest. Yeah. Got so annoyed with Inuyasha on YTV, kept going back to the start after hitting the 7 Bandits arc or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And then, like, I got really into, I mean, to be fair, I've told you guys this before. We are fighting dreamers, yes. Also, Bluebird, fantastic. I've told you before that I got, like, I was into, like, mecha type stuff really hard. But, like, it was because of, I can never fucking remember the name of it when I want to. But the Western remake thing of Macross. No, not Megasexalar. I don't fucking remember. Robotech, thank you. You guys literally have to remind me every single time we bring this up. Apologies. I just fucking, my brain is a sieve. Yeah, so Robotech, because my half uncle, question mark, because my half uncle, we just called him my uncle. But he left all the like VHS tapes of his recordings of Robotech at my Opus place. So when I was a kid, I used to watch them all. And so I got really into that. And then eventually I learned that it was based on like Macross and Gundam. And so I got really into Macross and Gundam. So I've watched every single Macross. I haven't watched every single Gundam anymore because they've made a lot of new ones since I was in high school. And that's when I was really into this kind of thing. Imagine you like Vampire Knight? Actually, no. I had a friend who was really, really into Vampire Knight. I read it in passing. What I remember of Vampire Knight was that it was really, really popular for a hot second, and that it had incest. Those are the two things I remember about Vampire Knight. Yeah, it was never something that I was into. I was really into Code Geass. Really into Code Geass. Gundam Seed. Yeah, Gundam Seed was good. Destiny was good. I mean, I've watched more old school Gundam stuff too. The sheer volume of Gundams these days, yeah, there's a lot of Gundam. Vampire Knight, you read it because your crush was into it? Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. 00, I don't think I finished 00. Finished All Noah Zero. I know that that's not a Gundam, but it's like mech adjacent. Code Geass was fun. Yes, I fucking loved Code Geass. That was also my like getting sucked into cosplay. Was like Code Geass and I remember the character's name, but not the Eureka 7. I've said before I did Anemone because there's absolutely fucking no photos of that. Yeah, so like that was like what kind of got me into cosplay originally. Was yeah, just like silly little political robot shows. And then sports anime, yeah. That wasn't so much the cosplay, I just enjoyed sports anime. Mainly Prince of Tennis. Yeah. So I never dressed as Callan. I think in passing once I might have, but it was like a borrow from a friend for half a day and like trading outfits sort of way. I never technically made a full Callan outfit. Did I watch Inazuma 11? That sounds very familiar. Very familiar. Do I know? Absolutely not. I've watched too much shit. I've watched too much shit. Why did it only copy 11? I just Googled 11. Google now, whoever my fucking, like, man behind the screen is now thinks I'm just an idiot. Just Google 11. What is 11? Oh, it's the soccer. Okay. I am familiar with it. I have seen random bits and pieces of it. I have not watched all of it. Yeah. On the other hand, I have watched all of Prince of Tennis multiple times, which is fucking insane because that series is okay. Wait, how many? I need to Google this. How many episodes in Prince of Tennis? So originally it was 178 episodes. Now there's more because there's a sequel. Now, you might be saying, oh, 178, that's not too many. Okay, but this was broadcast until 2005. Oh, that hurts to say out loud. Oh, that hurts to say out loud. That doesn't sound right. Hate that. Why did I say that out loud? Alright, well... Yeah, oh, never mind. 2008. The original run was 1999 to 2008. Anyway, so could be older. Yeah, well, but yeah, I was really into Prince of Tennis. This was also back in the day when seasons were longer. Nowadays, seasons are like, I was gonna say 12 to 24. I haven't seen a 24 episode season in so long. Seasons are so fucking short now. They used to be like 24 to like 30 something like episodes per season. So like you'd get a good amount, if not more. A lot of them were even more, you know? Like you get like an old school like fucking Naruto. I didn't even know if there were seasons. This is fucking, it was Naruto and then it was Naruto Shippuden. Okay? And the animation was still decent, yeah. There's one season spaced out into another season, right? Like it was like the fucking season stopped when there was like a 2-week break in between shit. Missed when the standard was 24 to 26, yeah, right? That doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I was gonna say that wasn't that long ago, but I feel like it fucking was. I feel like this is gonna be me saying something and then being like, oh my god. Full Metal Alchemist felt like it was all just, yeah, one sort of idea. Are you saying like the original FMA or Brotherhood? There's a difference. Old school seasons used to be 48 episodes. Yeah, like they've gotten shorter and shorter and shorter. Gone are the days of 60 episode shows, right? It's crazy. And yeah, nowadays they release like, for a while it was 12 and now it's even less than 12, I feel like. Just absolutely crazy. The original was fire. I agree. Am I biased? Definitely. Why? Because that was one of the first things I watched. Well, not one of the first things, but I watched that pretty early on and I really enjoyed it, so. Standard has always been 12 to 14 since most budgets weren't that big. Yeah, but then you had like the really big shonen, right? Like Naruto and Bleach and Hitman Reborn and D. Gray Man, all that kind of stuff. I feel like nowadays, like there are still some big shonen series, but there's not as many as there used to be, and they're not nearly as like all-encompassing, right? Sorry, you missed Hitman Reborn? Same, I fucking love Hitman Reborn. I love Hitman Reborn. I think it's so fun. It was good. It was funny. It had a whole whack of interesting characters. I don't know. I just thought it was great. Also, it had some really good fanfiction. It had some really good fanfiction. But that's what you get when you have characters in a mainstream anime that can do things like mind control and like just reality manipulation and shit. Also a character that is incredibly violent and wants to bite things to death, and people just took that literally. Yeah, lots of great but also just like a lot of really good gen fanfiction, honestly. There was just a lot of cute stuff, there was a lot of fluff, and then there was a lot of like smut. Cyan's top 3 tags, mind control. No. We cannot confirm nor deny. We're going into the King. Look, it's fine. It is what it is. Do I like Mind Break? I feel like by now that should be obvious. It's not the top one. It is possibly highly enjoyable to me. Yeah. Consent is incredibly important in real life. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Tier list for the final stream. Could you imagine that's what I do on my on the graduation stream? It's just a fucking hentai take tier list. I mean, in theory, I could. What are they gonna do? Fire me? In theory, I could. Or I could let you guys hang. and never let you know, and you'll never know. Oh. always wondering. Nothing left to moderate at that point. What the fuck? I mean, you're not wrong. Just drop it on the outro screen. The outro screen is just the tier list. I'm not even gonna go through it. Yeah, it's like the blue balling of like, just I'll be like, okay, now we're gonna start the hentai tier list, and just like I'll end the stream there. Just like we start the tier list, we pull it up, and just like go to fucking like credits. Yeah. Make a short that's exactly 5 seconds long. Oh my god. That'd be very memorable. I feel like that would be terrible. I feel like that would be like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Oh, do you want your VTuber to be playing that one obscure indie game? No. No. The worst blue balling history has ever seen. It is tempting, but we'll see. Now the first in S tier is ending screen and TR. Yeah, just like start to pull like one thing up into the thing and just have the screen go black. Oh my god. In theory, very funny. In reality, I feel like someone is going to track me down and kill me. I cannot say Fire and Frost. Like the invincible screen, yes, exactly. Where they're like, yeah, this is a thing. Oh my god, do you believe that it's invincible? Yeah. Just fucking flash Cyan Hart across the screen, that's the end. Shall be remembered. Yeah, but I feel like that would be like a not great thing to be remembered for. I feel like at that point, everyone's just gonna like everything else just gonna be completely ignored, right? Like everything else that has ever happened is just like 0% exist. And then it's just, have you seen this one VTuber that like blue-balled her audience on a hentai tier list, like as her final graduation stream? All publicity is good publicity. I'm dying. How is that worth anything? Let's face it, you being don't worry about that, Acravius. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I will consider it. I will put it into my brain bank as ideas to consider. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It is definitely something to keep in mind. We have to have a poll, tier list, or H game is final. Could you imagine though doing an H game as the graduation stream, and just like mid-stream I get shut down by YouTube? YouTube is just like, this content violates our policies. Never see this Tanuki again. She got fucking killed, just fucking sniped by YouTube. You don't know, she's just dying on a street somewhere, like. Oh my god. I don't think that one's probably a good idea. Just banned to the Shadow Realm, yeah. Man, that's the thing, is that like I think that some hentai games are fucking hilarious, right? But like you can't stream them, right? You need to go onto like, really, Bunny? You need to go onto like really specific platforms to stream a hentai game. Hello, Jello Noel. I hope your trip's going well. Just blur the heck out of the screen. Yeah, and then you're just staring at blur. Kagekiri come. Oh no. I would rather go on to a site that I am not allowed to go on as a corporate VTuber. I think staff would fucking track me down and fucking end me in my house, even if I did graduate, if I went on to certain sites to stream a hentai game. But like I'm like, okay, yeah, there's like what, like, yeah, there's like the blue site, there's Kick. I don't know what the orange site is. People use Patreon, except I'm pretty sure you're not technically supposed to have, like, sexually explicit content on Patreon. Technically. Because I know a lot, that's why a lot of cosplayers moved from that to other platforms. I don't know if that's still a thing. I know it was a thing. No. I know nowadays, I think there's a lot of girls who use Patreon for ASMR. Because there's a lot of, like, YouTube content that gets, like, for when it comes to ASMR. Blurred in mosaic screen, just like the animes. But it would be the whole screen, because I wouldn't be able to just, like, drag it around. Meanwhile, Leora is just doing that without showing anything. Leora Senpai had that VOD taken down. Leora Senpai got a little smack for that one. Much safer for ASMR, yeah. Probably fine on, yeah, that particular site is the site that is the exact site that I'm like, I think staff would literally track me down and murder me if I made an official... if I went out and made an official fan thing, I'm pretty sure I'd get murdered while I slept. Look, I straddled a line real fucking hard, okay? Alright, I might be corporate, but I am not a say-so idol. I know that very well. Do I love say-so idols? Absolutely. Do I love cute girls? Absolutely. Am I that? No. No, I am not. I could pretend to be that, but that feels like lying, and I don't like that. Like, theoretically, could I like pretend to be more like cute and say so than I am? Absolutely. Did I for a hot second pretend to be more say so than I am? Absolutely. We've only gotten more unhinged as time has gone on and I've gotten comfortable. But you know, it is what it is. Mew, welcome. Hello, welcome on in. Welcome Mew and Raiders. Hello. We're just yapping. we're just yapping. I'll change the subject though. We'll stop talking about. I could be say so. I could totally be say so. I could totally be say so and cute. I could talk like this, and I could totally be say so and cute. And I would never I would never swear. I would just say things like heck and fudge, and we would just have a really good time hanging out and talking about all the adorable romance anime that I've watched. And it would be really fun, right? I think that we could do that. I don't know if it would necessarily be like the best time, but I mean, in theory, I could do it. I could. But I think it would just be... it feels really disingenuous if I were to just pretend the entire time that I'm just a very normal say-so girl. Stop, I'm scared. No, it's fine. Hi, Mew. Hello. See? My spine is cringing so hard. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is like... In theory, could I do that? Absolutely. The other thing that I thought is if I talk down here the entire time, I could be just a very cool and suave, like, older sister type VTuber. And I could just make sure that I give people lots of life lessons and talk about really cool things. That is also just not who I am as a person. It's not who I am as a person. So in theory, I could do it. Right? It's essentially at that point just like acting. It's just playing a character. But I personally just enjoy being a little fucker on the internet. I don't know. In my mind, it's kind of like, I don't know, I would rather be myself and hang out with people who like me being myself than like putting on something that I'm not, because then I know for sure, I know myself well enough to know that like if people were like, oh my god, I love her so much, my say-so idol Oshi, I would be like, I would get jealous. That sounds so stupid. I would get jealous of myself because it wouldn't be me. Like, it would be me, but it wouldn't be me, right? Does that make sense, right? Because then, like, you guys wouldn't like me, you would like the character that I was putting on for stream, right? Which, I know that sounds really fucking stupid, but, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I would feel like not good about it. And also, the K-Fab is breaking. I don't know what you're talking about. Just because, I don't know, I think it's more, it makes me feel better. Because, like, I can share things, and then you guys can share things with me, and it, like, I don't know, lets me feel like I'm like closer to you guys to some extent, because I'm just being a little guy. Are you jealous when people praise you? What do you mean? It's just me, it's fine. Are we not all playing characters? Well, to some extent, yes, right? Like, in different social situations, people put on different like versions of themselves, if that makes sense, right? Because like when I go to work, I put on like, you know, professional to some extent masks, right? Because like at work, I'm obviously not going to be like, you're a little fucker, right? I'm going to pick up the phone and be like, hi, this is Cyon. How can I help you? If I need to pick up the phone. I'm gonna, like, when there's actually people that I don't work with around, I can be very professional. Now, when it's just the people that I actually work around, they're fucking used to me at this point, so I'm still me. But like, yeah, you know, when you go to a workplace, you put on your workplace self, right? When I visit my parents, I put on my I'm a good Christian girl who's never done anything wrong mask. I put on my I was raised a good Christian conservative girl mask, and I would never say F. I've never sworn in my life. I have perfect posture, and I know exactly what I'm doing. They've begrudgingly accepted some level of say-so. Yeah, at work, definitely. That Christian girl mask is full of cracks, I bet. Every once in a while. Honestly, the older I get, the less I put on a mask. I literally on my parents drove me home from Bro Hart's place for when we were out for lunch, and I did tell them about. Because Bro Hart, well, they brought up a story from childhood. This sounds so fucking bad. They brought up a story from childhood where, like, because we were talking about, like, oh, like, kids, like, smart kids think that because they're smarter than other kids and they know that they're smarter than other kids, they think that they're also smarter than adults. Right? And I've said multiple times that I was a shit-ass fucking child. I was a little hot fucking whore. And it's so true, right? Because they had examples and they were talking about something, and then they were like, it was true for you guys too. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. I can remember a lot of things. I can remember a lot of things where I thought I was getting away with something, but like looking back on it, I definitely did not get away with it. And then my mom was like, yeah, there was this one time where you and Bro Hart came back from school with just a bunch of candy, because there was like a swimming pool near this one particular elementary school, and you could go in and there was like vending machines of candy and stuff. So we came home with just a bunch of candy. And my mom was like, where'd you get money for candy? And me and Bro Hart were like, oh, well, like, Bro Hart found a $10 bill on the ground on the way to school, and so we brought it to the swimming pool and spent it on candy because we deserve it. Yeah, no, I took it, my mom left it on the counter, and I took it, and we got grounded for a very long time. We got grounded for a long time. And then, like, as this conversation was happening, me being a fucking idiot was like, oh yeah, I knew it was gonna be something like that, because I used to steal money off of Dad's dresser drawer all the time. And he just like looked at me Like, I'd eaten his fucking baby. Like, it was like, what? Because, okay, my dad used to put change on his dresser. Which for a long time we couldn't get to the top of because it was a very tall dresser. But it was always like, it was like quarters and loonies and toonies. Right? And it was because he would use these to go to the swimming pool, because every single day he went to the swimming pool and he would swim and then he'd go to the sauna and then go to the hot tub because he's an old man. And so the quarters were used for lockers and the loonies and toonies were just used for, like, if he ever had to pay. He didn't really usually because he had a year pass or whatever. But he would put all of his change up on the top. And me, being me, thinking I was a real smart kid, when he had a lot of money up there, I would take like one toonie. Right? I would always wait until he had like 30-something coins or whatever, and then I would take one. But if he had, like, you know, if there's like 12 on there, I would never, because that would be stupid, because he'd notice. And I was like, oh yeah, kind of like you definitely noticed, like, when I would take coins from you. And he was like, what? So, like, apparently he never actually noticed. He never noticed. So I did get some side eye on the way home as they drove me home. Sitting here like that was decades ago. Please. This was like a fucking dollar here and there as a fucking child. Why are you mad at me now? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, those are the real names for the money. But, you know, it is what it is, right? When you're a phantom thief, you've got to start early. The interest is collected. No, definitely not. Definitely not. So yeah, there are sometimes cracks in my performance for the parents mask, which honestly is just me, like, not swearing and being more say so. It's literally just me being more say so. See, you've been a natural thief ever since a tender age. That sounds so bad to say. That sounds so bad to say. Tuning back then is like $10 now, Cyon. I mean, you're technically not wrong. You're technically not wrong. Thief needs to thief, you know? Yeah. Cracks in the perfect girl facade. It's fine. Someone said it earlier. Like, they're finally giving up on me. It's fine. It's fine. Although Hart, oh my god. I need to. Okay, so yeah, there was a lot of Hart at the birthday lunch. Hart also tried to convince me to go back to being a teacher at lunch on Sunday. And it wasn't even like, oh, you should just go teach again. It was like, oh, hey, so I have this friend. She was talking to her friend from church, because of course, and the wife is a teacher, and they were talking, and my mom mentioned that, like, I used to be a teacher, and then they mentioned the schools that I taught in, and this, like, teacher was like, oh my god, no wonder she didn't want to be a teacher anymore, because they're like inner city. I've told you guys before, they were like inner city, like the teachers would at one of the schools would get to work early to comb the fields for drug paraphernalia. Like, they were not great schools. And they were like, oh my god, well, you should send her our way. And my mom was like, oh yeah, definitely. So she's telling me about this. Yeah, I got a job for you. No, that's exactly what it is. Because the husband, her friend from church, owns the school. It is a private school. But of course it is a private Christian school. It is a private religious institution. Because of course it is. And she was like, it'll be great money, and you're a good Christian girl. It took everything in me not to just laugh. It took everything in me. I was like, Mom, I can never tell my mom that I once said the fuck word in front of a classroom of 7th graders. And then I had to apologize. It's like, I can't tell her. Like, on one hand, could I do it? Absolutely, right? Like, you guys know, I've told you before, I grew up incredibly Christian. I was in the worship group. I led Sunday school. Like, I did fucking communion classes. Like, I have a lot of knowledge. Do I necessarily apply that knowledge on a daily basis? No. See ya, Black Sun. Have a good one. Have a good one. Right? Do I like regret having that knowledge? No. No, some of it's quite interesting. Some of it still does inform like some of my like my moral compass and stuff, right? It is how I was raised. I think a lot of it is pertinent, even if you don't believe. Like, there's a lot of things that are just like, hey, be nice to people. Don't be a little shit. Right? That I think are like, yeah, okay, I don't, even if I don't necessarily, like, I've said this before, I'm not really a huge organized religion person. I think personal religion is perfectly fine. It's very much along the lines of anything else, I believe, though, is that, like, you can believe whatever the fuck you want as long as you don't force it on other people and you don't hurt anyone with what you're doing. That's like my take on the world in general. Moral compass, what's that? It's yummy. Is it yummy? It can be. But that's my general take. And so I think a lot of people would disagree with me, especially people who are really like they're very strongly part of an organized religion, and that's fine. They can disagree with me all they want. If people get in my face about it, though, I will argue with them using their own religious text. Which is always fun. Which is always fun. Because I know that shit better than some of the people who will yell shit at me on the street. I grew up fucking bathed in that shit, okay? Do I agree with all of it? No. Do I agree with some of it? Absolutely. I don't like people who tell other people that they have to do things or they're going to burn in hell. I don't like that shit. I don't. People who are like, give us tithes, or like, you're not doing enough for God. I fucking hate that shit. We had a pastor like that one time, and I literally told my parents I fucking hated them. I think that's garbage. You're taking advantage of people. I think it's stupid. Now, if people want to tithe, that's on them. My parents do that religiously. Literally. And that's fine. That's what they've decided to do with their money, and that's okay. But I don't like it when people try to guilt their, what's the word? It's not community. Congregation. That's the word. Into giving them even more. I hate that fucking shit. Okay? And I know that that's not every church, but it is some churches, and I don't like that. And obviously, that's not specific to Christianity. That's not specific to any one particular religion. Why? Because people are people, and people can suck. Going right back to my usual, okay? Like, things in particular, I don't ever find anything wrong with them. The thing that's wrong is the people. Right? Just about anything can be used for the good of other people. You heard what? Shit? I can't. That the word is asterisk. Asterisks. Duh. It has the asterisks. You heard tithes. Right, I forgot that it censors tithes because it has tit in it. T-I-T-H-E-S. Tit-hes. Is that what it thinks it is? Is that what YouTube thinks tithes is? Tit-hes. Well, it's not YouTube, it's technically Stream Elements. It's like just like the most roundabout way to say titties. 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 You know, if you say it like that, it kind of just does sound like a demonic possession saying titties. Titties. I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. Okay.
Your wallet.
Jackson, thank you for the super. Thank you for the absolutely butchered name spelling of ties. I appreciate it. Thank you. The pride of Christ be gone. Yeah, apparently. People are sleeping and you're making me laugh out loud. Oopsie, sorry.
David has thrown $5. Does titties work?
What? Apparently, yes. What the fuck? Why are you censoring tithes and not titties? Well, now you know. Oh, now you know.
Thanks for your wallet.
Thank you for that donut. I appreciate it. That's fun. I like that. That's what the fuck. And Audra, thank you for the super. Thank you for thighs. We have learned. Yep, we have indeed learned. So apparently that does in fact mean that if titties is censored by TTS, that is a word. Either they have the, I mean, they could just have the word sensitivity filter way higher than me. Yeah, that very well could be it, or they just don't like the word titties and they've blocked it. Which honestly, I feel like say so VTubers probably would do. Yeah, just replace the T's with D's. Yeah, ESL level censorship, right? It's crazy. I wonder if because like gosh, I think I've seen one time that the word, what was it semi? Because someone was talking about like a semi truck when I was watching a stream one time, or was it here? I fucking remember. But I remember someone saying that the word like something about a semi truck was banned. I don't remember what it particular was. Maybe it was like in the sentence there was something. They were literally just talking about the fact that they were a truck driver, and they got like yeeted into the fucking void. Yeah, and I was like, I'm trying, like, I figured it out at the time. I don't remember what it was now, but like there was like there were letters in the sentence that like just in a row in terms of the words that they had put down, it like was like something like titties, like it wasn't like a big deal. But the chat bot had just been like, no, absolutely not. Don't tell me it's because it's close to the mound of the sea. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they wrote Seimei truck. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was quite a while ago. But yeah, that's when I was like, what the fuck are these fucking bots doing, man? It is what it is, you know? Some censors are pretty weird. Peeps get censored to something way worse in the past. Yeah. How dare you be a trucker, man, right? Maybe a semi can mean partially erect. Maybe that's what it was, and that's what they decided, like, they were talking about. It was just odd. Just so odd. But it do be what it do be sometimes, and censors on different platforms are different as well. So like, just because you can get through stream elements with titties doesn't mean you can get through other platforms with titties. And like, different words and other things will like give you like a warning. Even like sometimes like things will trigger like the like, oh, do you really want to say this? Or like the like someone has to let your message through. Which is always crazy. Does Seimei trucks exist? Does that mean uke vans are real? God, I haven't heard anyone talk about like Seimei and uke in such a long time, man. Nowadays everyone just talks about like alphas and omegas. No one really uses like Seimei and uke anymore. Oh, that was strangely nostalgic. Kind of like when we've talked about this before too, but like when people say like lemons to mean smut. Back in the day when we used to like hide what we did. Das old terms. It is old terms. The Seimei and the uke. Right? It was like no one wanted to say like, are you the top or the bottom? It was always like, are you a Seimei or an uke? The old back in my day. Yeah, it is. It's fine. You know, we're all old here. As someone said, I think it was a couple of streams ago, I saw someone say that they would say that they like hags, but they're the same age, so it's fine. Say man uke is a great memory if you use a pickup line for someone. I can be your uke if you're my seme. To my crush, then I realized it was for BL and the girl crush laughed. Hey, at least the girl crush laughed. That's fun. Back in the yaoi paddle days. Yeah, exactly. Retirement home back. I'm glad that made some of you guys laugh, honestly. I was trying to make myself laugh too, but that didn't work very well. I just fucking cried instead. But the purpose was trying to lighten the mood a bit. I couldn't do it quite as much as Maeve, but that girl went fucking ham with hers, but I thought it was a little bit of a self jab, self own, I guess. So I was like, I think they'll enjoy this just a little bit. Totally didn't own a yaoi paddle before they got banned at conventions. Yeah, definitely not, right? Definitely not. Sometimes I want, like, I know that people use like paddles in non-convention settings. in non-convention adult settings, and sometimes I wonder if like someone who doesn't know has bought a yaoi paddle for their like dungeon-esque room, and it's just unknowingly a relic of the past that they're using for their adult fun times. just fucking chilling there. Sometimes I think about that. Maybe it's knowingly, maybe. Could be. I legit thought I was moderating the wrong stream. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know. I just think that's funny, right? Could you imagine like you're like you hire a dominatrix or something, and you go to their place of work, and you're just on the wall as you walk in is a fucking yaoi paddle. I just think that would be so funny. I just think that would be fucking hilarious. Look, okay, we're a little bit more unhinged than usual, but I told you guys at the beginning that I'm tired, okay? There's slightly less than normal amounts of filters today, and there's usually like negative filters to begin with. Look, you guys already know that I just kind of say whatever the fuck is in my head, okay? And when I'm tired, it is what it is. I'm fucking exhausted today. Hee. Haha. Are we invited to your dungeon? I don't have a dungeon. Now, on the other hand, there is this one particular furniture brand that I used to follow on Facebook, back when people were on Facebook that aren't, like, ancient. Because nowadays, the only people on Facebook are, like, parents and grandparents, right? But there was this one really cool furniture brand that was on Facebook that was very... Like, it's like very gothic inspired, and it also happened to be specifically BDSM furniture. But I did not know that at first, and then afterwards I was like, wow, that's really cool. These are also very expensive furniture, they're like custom-made furniture pieces. Very beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I wanted one so badly. I wanted one so badly. And then I told myself that if I ever had a significant other, I could buy one that for A, as like celebration, and B, because it would not have a purpose outside of that. I mean, you could sleep on it, obviously, but like, you know, why are you paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a custom-made piece of furniture if you're not going to use it for its intended purpose, sort of idea. Yeah, I still don't have that bad. Yeah, as you can tell, I have not, in fact, gotten that particular piece of furniture. Very pretty, though. Wait, let me see if I can find... Gosh, what were they called? Oh, Haunt! There it is. Wow, that was easy. All I had to do was Google custom gothic BDSM furniture. But like really pretty. Like just so pretty. But like, yeah, their beds are like minimum like 3.8K. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh. And they have like cathedral beds and like chaise lounges and just wait, let me. Look, they're just pretty. Your secret agent's giving you the side eye, yeah. Can I? Yeah, I can show so you don't have to search. Let me. Oh, the raven bed is pretty. Wow. Sorry, I'm just looking at fucking furniture now. Ooh. Pretty. I mean, you could just Google haunt furniture instead of what I did. But, you know. Huh, I don't see the particular one that I was thinking of. But there are other ones that are pretty, so I'll pop one of those up on the screen or something. Ooh, I forgot. Sorry, they have like furniture and stuff, like chairs and tables and stuff like that too. Do 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 do. Where? How do I? It doesn't let you take a picture. Yeah, it sounds about right. Why would it let me take a picture? Why would it want that? Of course it doesn't want that. Why would it want that? I don't know. I don't want that. Why do they only have front angles? The whole purpose is the sides. Do I have to go to your social media? I don't want to go to your social media right now. I don't want to go to your social media. Why? Stupid. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah, they're really expensive, really pretty. Here, wait, I'll show you one of the say-so beds they have. Because they've got really pretty, like, just like generally say-so beds. But then some of them are unsay-so beds. Here, I'll just show like the Aphrodite bed. In like the most fucking black and red colorway that there is. Because why the fuck not? We'll just get really stereotypical here. Save as say-so bed. See? Beautiful. Beautiful say-so bed. Look at this beautiful say-so bed. So pretty. Solid wood, velvet, beautiful. Also, like, I do understand. Very gothic. I do understand that. But that, for a hot second, that was my aesthetic. But yeah, no, some of them have like specific like ring stuff for thing. Well, there's a reason it popped up when I googled what I googled. We'll put it that way. Yeah, but they also just make normal, really pretty furniture. Yeah. Yes, just very pretty furniture. Yeah. Yay! Explain ring? What do you mean explain ring? They have metal rings on the different places in the bed so that you could tie someone to them. That's all. Just very normal rings. Yeah.
good for kidnapping and or adult fun time. They're also just really pretty. The beds are also just really pretty, but they're so expensive. It's fine. Someday I'll have a super pretty solid wood bed that is definitely not for... Oh, yeah, like, here, wait. Let me just... You can't see shit about these beds, but I'm gonna, like, give you the... Here, wait. Just fucking... Oh, you can see the names of these pieces, yeah? Right? Right? You get it? Yeah, you know, some of us have dreams about white picket fences and nuclear families. And some of us have dreams about becoming rich and famous. And some of us have dreams about getting very specific furniture. But we won't let ourselves get those specific pieces of furniture until we're not single. So we can not have those particular pieces of furniture because there's no fucking use for them. It's fine. Headboard seems a little dangerous when someone's very active. No, it's... Don't worry about it. It has a purpose. It has its own purpose. Oh, everyone probably gets it, Ray. Don't worry about it. Yeah. At least be fancy schmancy with 100 years lasting wood. Shit looks like something out of Minecraft. What do you mean? They're pretty! And they are wood. They are wood. They are. They're nice. They're all like solid wood pieces. Very pretty. They're all custom made. I don't know. I've liked this particular brand since like I was in like high school, I want to say. I think, was it high school? Probably. But like I just thought that at first I just thought the aesthetic was super cool. And then like they started putting out other stuff and I was like, oh, I know what that is from hentai. So, you know. At those prices, they better be. Yeah, like I told you that they were expensive, okay? I said that they were incredibly expensive. Which is why I've always, like, it's part of the reason I've not just, like, bought one for myself, just to, like, have as a bed. Because, like, at that price, you might as well be using it for its intended purpose. I would not be using it for its intended purpose. So someday I'll have a cool bed. Someday I'll have a cool bed. I mean, my bed is not bad. I like my bed. My bed currently has like it has like built-in like shelving units and stuff, and if I tap the top, it has a little light. I don't use the light. I don't use the light, but theoretically I could if I was cool. And it's got drawers underneath, so it's got lots of storage for all my shit. Do I use all the drawers? No. Do I use 2 of the drawers? Yes. Do I ever actually put things or take things out of the drawers? Once a season. If I tied myself to the bed, I would be stuck in bed and I would probably just die there, Phantom. I would have to like try to like get my phone whilst tied up and like call someone to untie me. It would be a bad time. Get the bunnies to eat the rope. Yeah, but how are the bunnies gonna be in there with me? They're not allowed in my bedroom. That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. Yeah. Don't think the bed would be fine with... Yeah, no, they would for sure eat it. Why did I eat it? They would for sure eat it. Which is, you know, also part of the real reason that they're not allowed in the room. They would munch it. Yep. You don't need a special bed to be in detention if you have ingenuity. Yeah, you're not incorrect. But this one is just really cool. It's just a real, I really just like the aesthetic of it, and then it has bonus bits, okay? It's like, I do understand that in theory, you could just get a wire headboard. And like, if you fucking want rings, you can put them on yourself, right? I do understand that. That's what most sane people would do. Am I a sane person? Absolutely not. I also just really like solid wood things. Because in theory, you buy something made out of solid wood, you never have to buy something ever again, right? Which is why, for example, my desk that you guys made fun of me for back when I first told you near debut how much money it was. It was expensive, but it's solid wood, so I'm never gonna have to get another desk, right? It lasts forever. The DIY version does have that serial killer vibe. Indeed, it does. Mattress on the ground seems enough for me. What? Absolutely not. Oh my god. Be better than one of them hollow wooden desks for real. Yeah, unless I have a fire. I really hope I never have a fire, dude. The desk is the last thing on my mind if I have a fire. To be fair, it could be fun learning the rope with knots, but how would you... There's so many like ones that you wouldn't be able to do yourself because you need hands. I guess theoretically you could tie up your own legs, or like buy a model, like buy like a sewing mannequin or something to do that on. I don't know. In theory, it could be fun, but like, oh my god, there are some really, really nice like art pieces for like shibari. God, I saw one the other day that was an artist who, they made like, oh god, it was just so pretty. It was like a pillar of roping, and then just a girl in the middle, and then a pillar up to the ceiling, and it had such a beautiful curve to it. And then there was another one that there was roping done on the outside of a building, and multiple girls just like in like tied in the ropes on the outside of this building. Just really cool, really fucking dope. I think it's just like, outside of being an adult fun time thing, it is also just such a fucking cool art form. I just think it's neat. I just think it's so fucking pretty. I just think it's cool, okay? Shibari art always reminds me of Hellraiser. Yeah. Shibari is legit art. It is. It's 100% like legitimately art. Like, I wonder if I can find... I shall act like I don't know what she's talking about. No. Do you think I could post... Do you think I could show this on screen? Yeah, there's no naked women in this. It's fine. Just fucking... I should probably get this person's Instagram name on here as well, so that we know exactly where this came from. I literally just googled shibari pillar art. But like, look at this shit. This is so cool. It's so cool! I fucking love this shit! I don't know, I just think it's neat. Yeah. So if you've never seen like the art part of shibari, like you've only ever seen it in like an adult fun time context, which also cool. But the art itself is like, it's so like intricate. It's so fucking cool. You could do that yourself. There's no fucking shot. There's no fucking shot. Now, would a tied up banana be modern shibari art? I mean, in theory, I think I've told you guys before that I accidentally, well, it was an accident. We, in the place where I lived under the staircase, I shibari'd a Miku in one of the entry hallways so that people had to people coming into the into the house had to walk under Shibari Miku, just for fun. Yeah, you remember this? Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. I just think it's neat. Okay. I don't know. It's just fun. What a weird power play. Yeah. Look, I'm not exactly one who, I mean, I can go out of my way to make people comfortable, but in my own space, I want people to like, I don't want them to be there if they're not comfortable with me and like as a person, if that makes sense. So like things like that I would used to do when I was younger to be like, I don't know, to like vibe check, I guess. Cause like a lot of the time I do tend to try to make sure that other people are comfortable and people are okay. Just because I think that is important. But yeah, when I'm in my own space, like in my own home, I want to be able to just be me. I just want to be comfortable, and yeah. So yeah, when I was younger, I used to do vibe checks with like Shibari Miku or 6-foot metal Sephiroth swords or just like weird shit, because people would either be like, oh, that's cool, or they'd like side-eye it, but like they wouldn't say anything and they'd be fine with it, or they would be like, what the fuck? And that's when I knew. I was like, this is not a person. But second one's just cool. There were a good number of people who were like, that's so dangerous to have out here. You got the half-naked anime girls on the wall, and those are not coming down for anyone. My house, my vibes. Yes, exactly. And look, I've told you guys about Extrovert Friend and like her PhDs and shit. She also has anime girls on the wall. Yeah. I think I once mentioned that she wore like a hentai, like ahegao, shirt to, when she was in her master's program. Like, all of us are very like unrepentantly like ourselves. I think that's why me and my friends get along so well. We're very, we're very mindful of the people around us when we're out in public. Like none of us want to make anyone uncomfortable, but if we're in our own spaces, like, nah, fuck it. This is my space. If you're not comfortable here, you can leave. I'm not gonna change for anyone. So, yeah, messed up, but with style and class, I guess a little bit. Yeah. So like we all have very different vibes, but in that we're all pretty similar. I think it's important to have your own space and be comfortable in it, and like, I think we all care so much about what other people think and trying to make people comfortable, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes you just need a place to like relax and unwind and not worry about being judged, or if person A or person B is comfortable or needs anything. Yeah, I don't know. The name says that your space. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I know that there's an aspect of hospitality. Obviously, if you're having someone over, you want to make sure that, like, you're being hospitable, right? You want, like, snacks or things to do or whatever. But you can be hospitable and not, like, be made to be uncomfortable in your own home, if that makes sense. Yeah. People are more often worried about being judged. Yeah. Like, the older I've gotten, the more I couldn't give two fucks. I very much, at this point in my life, am, if I care about you, I will care what you think of me, because I don't want someone that I like to not like me. Right? And like that sometimes is like, all right, well, like not everyone I like is gonna like me, and I've had to learn to live with that. But, I like, if I think someone's really cool, obviously I want that person to also like think that I'm cool. Right? But no longer do I give a fuck about random people. Right? Like, I give people side eyes when they're doing stuff all the time. I will tell people that they're doing stupid stuff when they're doing stupid stuff. Like the person at the Japanese temple who was taking photos in the no photo area, and I will be confrontational. People who don't line up on the side of fucking doors on transit, be it a bus or a train or whatever. Fucking, you're standing in the middle. People can't fucking get off if you're standing there. I will tell you to fucking move out of the way. Oh my god. Stop being a little dick off. So like, I will be confrontational sometimes, but at the same time, as much as like I'd like to think that I don't give a fuck about what people say, like think of me when I don't know them, I still do. To some extent, you know, just because I was raised to always kind of be polite and wary, right? Like, people, if I always worry, like, am I talking too loud? Am I taking up too much space? Like, am I in the right attire for this particular thing, right? So there, you know, there's always thoughts in the back of my head. And I feel like that's pretty normal for a lot of people, especially if you were raised to, like, consistently think of other people, which is not necessarily a bad thing unless you let it, like, take over your life, I guess. But that is definitely still part of the reason I like being at home. It's comfy. It's not really I don't care about what you think, and more I don't care and can't. Shut up. I can think sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Yeah. There's always that little percent, but yeah, it is very much a normal thing. The anxiety sometimes means it goes too far. But like, it is what it is. Raised conscientiously, yeah. But sometimes it like... like if I'm out in public with a person who wasn't raised in the same way, for example, and like, you know, they don't cover their mouth when they yawn, or they don't sneeze into their elbow, or they chew with their mouth open, I just go, this is such like a basic, to me, it's like a very, very like basic fundamental, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you not in civil polite society? So like in that way, I am very conscious of other people, I guess, but it's more just because, yeah, like I was raised the way that I was raised, right? Or were you raised in a barn? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like some people, that wasn't their normal when they were raised. Not elbow sneezes, right? God, the people who don't yawn, when I think I've said this before too. If people are yawning and they do not cover their mouth, I want to put my finger in their mouth. And to a couple of friends, I have put my finger in their mouth. If you're yawning and you do not cover your mouth, I want to poke the little dangly thing in the back of your throat. That's what I want to do to you. Look, no one wants to look down your fucking mouth hole, okay? There's a hole we must investigate, right? Exactly. Sometimes you just don't have time to react to a yawn. Like if you're by yourself and there's no one around, sure. But if you're like, you know, you're with tons of people around, you can raise your hand at least in the middle of the yawn, right? Yeah. But if your hands are full, put your head down. Put your head down. Just fucking wide ass. Oh, motherfucker, just showing everyone your fucking throat, you whore. Sorry, I take that back. That was very mean. Apologies. But like, why is your maybe I should go to bed. Maybe I should go to bed. But like, am I mouth. Look, if you're by yourself or like with people you're super comfortable with, sure, fine, whatever. But like, you're out in public, like on transit or some shit, like, please, just cover your mouth. Also, chew with your mouth closed. Unless you're like purposely making ASMR and you're fucking into a microphone, sure. Well, you're in public, I want to see your pizza or your ramen or your whatever. Fuck you. I don't want to see it. It's gross. I feel like sometimes I need to get a spray bottle, you know? Just a little spray bottle. Either water and you could go in their faces if they're being bad, or if you wanted to be really mean, you could put like some vodka in it, and then instead of spraying their faces, you spray their clothes, and then they're gonna get in trouble with wherever they're going. Right? Just some little fucker out on their lunch break at work, and they're like beside you, and you're just like, oh my fucking god, if I have to see your stupid masticated goddamn piece of chicken one more fucking time, and they're like, now you smell like vodka, you little fucker. Don't actually do that. That probably constitutes as assault. Don't act. These are not. This is not a things to do list. That does actually. That is in fact a crime. So I do not in fact recommend doing the thing. But these are, you know, sometimes that's what you want to do, you know? It's not life advice, it is not. You hate people who chew gum super loudly? Oh my god, right? On the other hand, I do like popping gum, but I stopped, I honestly, I stopped chewing bubble gum, like the kind where you like, and like blow bubbles. Because one time I was chewing bubble gum and I blew a bubble and then a bug flew into the bubble gum, and I didn't notice until it popped and it was going into my mouth again. And after that, I never blew bubbles with bubble gum again. It was very sad. Have a good day. Have a good day, Jay. To be fair, some people may have lost their facial nerves, so they can't really close their mouth while chewing. Yeah, and that is perfectly a-okay. But if you're just... There are some people that just do it because they want to, or they don't fucking close their mouth when they chew, and that's just how they decide to fucking do it, and it pisses me off. It's not even because I don't like the noise or anything. I don't like seeing it. That is true. If I can see your food inside of your mouth, like if you're one of those really like messy, sloppy eater, fuck that shit. But like, truthfully, it's not that the noise bothers me. It's just because I was raised to learn. Like I was told that is incredibly rude to do. So I know that it's like an internal thing. But I do think it's disgusting if I can see your food. I don't want to see your pre-chewed cud. Thank you very much. Your mom speaks. Oh my god. Did she not get hit as a child? That's not. I shouldn't say that. I got hit as a child if I spoke with my mouth open, or my mouth with food in it. My mouth with food in it. I got hit if I was speaking with food in my mouth. Those are the words. Yeah. It was not allowed. Chew with mouth open, get hit with chopsticks. Talk with mouth open, get hit with something bigger. Yeah, don't speak with your mouth open. No, don't speak with food in your mouth. You have to speak with your mouth open. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I absolutely hate the sound of chewing. For some reason, it makes me angry. Yeah. That a lot of people are like that. Yeah. The disciplinary stick. Ah. The slipper or the iron hanger? Sometimes slipper. Usually chopsticks or a wooden spoon or eventually metal things if we were little shits and talked back once we got older. 4 foot long chopstick, yeah. It kind of just went like small wooden objects, medium wooden objects, large wooden objects, metal objects. Yeah. What about loud straw suckers? Sometimes I'm the loud straw sucker. I can't fucking talk anymore. Sometimes I am the loud straw sucker at the end of a beverage, so I can't judge people who do that. No elbows on the table? Yeah, same. My dad had a guitar broken over him as punishment one time. Yeah. Yep, Asian and German. It does mean strict upbringing. That's not why I like solid wood now, god fucking damn it. That's not why. It's just because solid wood things are generally quality and last longer. Wooden spoon broke one time. I then made sure all the replacements disappeared. Yeah, the wooden spoon did on my bro one time too, and then he said it didn't hurt, and that's when the metal started coming out. It was his fault, the little bitch. Yeah. Hi, Papega. Hello. Yeah. It all returns to what? No. Fuck off. The people that talk too loudly. People who talk loudly on the phone in public. People who watch videos in public without headphones. That happens sometimes on the bus, and it pisses me off. Like, why? I don't want to have to listen to your shitty video. Oh my god, I don't care. I can't hear my music. I'm just trying to watch cute girls on the internet. Sometimes, honestly, if there's not a lot of people around, like if it's like me and like 2 people and one person is watching a video, sometimes I'm really tempted to like disconnect my headphones and like make them listen to VTubers with me. You know, maybe turn it up a little bit louder than theirs so that they're having a hard time watching their thing, and now they have to listen to whoever I'm watching, you know? Aren't you the person who sings loudly? I don't sing loudly in public. I sing softly in public, thank you very much. I usually, like, if I'm on transit or something, the most I'll do is hum sometimes, but usually I try really hard not to. I try really hard not to, but I do hum a lot. Without knowing a lot of the time, but not usually if I'm listening to music, because usually my humming is if I'm either listening to music with no lyrics and then I want to make lyrics, or when there is no sound at all, my brain wants to fill it with noises. Sometimes singing, sometimes just weird fucking noises. Sometimes just weird fucking noises. I don't like, my brain doesn't like silence. I don't like silence either. I like noises. Like even a lot of the time I always have like some sort of noise, generally speaking. Like be it a stream or a video or music or something. I always have at least one thing like that. And if I have music, usually I'm also watching a video where it's just someone talking, and then I'm also usually doing something else. I like having multiple things going on at once. It makes my brain happy. Unless I'm just like lying on the floor and then it's off time and then it's floor time and I sit on the floor with the bunnies and I can just like sit there and read or drink some coffee or something like that. Yeah. That's like, if it's like floor time or bedtime, those are the times when I'm just there's more quiet. Otherwise, I like noises. Yeah. This is why you have a cute girl noises playlist? Nice. Same. Why is there a weird Tanuki on your playlist, though? That's very odd. Yeah, I love floor time. I love floor time. It's good for your brain and good for your body. Anything worse than off camera? Yeah, Pa Hart can't carry a tune. Man is tone deaf. Bro Hart, honestly, not the worst. He doesn't really sing, but he's not terrible. He's not bad. He can do it when he needs to, sort of idea. Yeah. floor, gang. Do not rise up. Yeah. I'm gonna lay on the floor for a little bit after this. I'll feed the bunnies and have a snack and do some floor time. And then I have to refill my humidifier for tonight because my throat is fucky wucky. For real, Paul Hart, I thought he's a jack of all trades kind of person. He is. He can't carry a tune, but he was in the Glee Club. The only instrument that man can play is the spoons. So I did grow up with a pair of spoons in the utensil drawer that was not actually utensil spoons, but in fact the musical instrument spoons. And then also electronic instruments, like measurement instruments sort of idea. No, yeah, not like the have you guys not seen like musical spoons before? It's essentially just two big spoons, but the rounded ends go to each other, and it's a percussion sort of instrument. They do not do karaoke. That sounds like a fucking hellish time. Ma Hart also is not a very good singer. That sounds so mean, but she's fine. She's fine. She just really likes to... She likes to belt songs that she should not be belting. We'll put it that way. Fantastic musician. Ma Hart is a fucking absolutely fantastic musician. I've said this before, but like she's played violin in like multiple like orchestra, like first violin. She's done solo pieces. She's got a fantastic musician. She used to be a professional dancer. Like, it's not that she's bad at music stuff, right? It's just singing. To the point where sometimes when she decides that she wants to play piano and sing hymns in the house, Pa Hart will close the sliding door into the area where they have the keyboard so that he can't hear her. One year for Christmas, there's a photo of me and Pa Hart with like not ear muffs, but like ear covers that usually you would use for construction, like for saws and stuff. And the photo is just the two of us in the kitchen with these like yellow industrial ear covers, just trying to chill, and my mom is behind us singing. So it's one of, like I said, she's not actually like a terrible singer. She's much better than Pa Hart. But it's kind of a running joke in the family. But the problem is not that she's necessarily bad. It's just that like when she sings, she has one volume and it's incredibly loud. It's incredibly loud. So that's what it is. Did Pa Hart ever play the theremin? I don't know. I don't know. Could be cool. Maybe he could play that. He once tried to play, what are they called? They're pipes. You guys can't fucking see me. I don't know why I'm miming it. They're like a whole bunch of little cylinders attached to each other in like a slightly bent formation. It's like a South American instrument, I want to say. No, not organ, not a bagpipe. It's like pan flute. Yes, thank you. Not a xylophone. No, pan flute. Because my uncle, because Raccoonadian military, he used to go on a lot of like peacekeeping tours and stuff. So he would always send us stuff back from like, you know, Africa or South America or, you know, wherever he was on duty at that particular moment in time. So we would always just get random little things in the mail from my uncle. And at one point he sent us this really, really nice pan flute. Cause it was like, yeah, it was all like the thing, there was like a hand, woven question mark thing around the outside so that you could like hang it. It was really pretty. Hart tried to play it and it sounded like something was dying. So he gave it to me. And so I had a pan flute for a hot second. And then one of Brohart's friends broke it at one point I think we were in high school when that happened. Anyway, I don't think it was on purpose. Like they were just throwing stuff around and it hit the pan flute and the pan flute fell off the wall where I had hung it and it like broke apart and I was like, wah. So, but it was old by that point, but I think pan flutes are really cool. People who can play them well, I've always like, same with the harmonica, those people are fucking magical. Those people are fucking insane. How do you know where your face is that perfectly? Thank you very much. Right? You've got to like perfectly blow into the right hole, right? And not get any of the other holes. That's crazy. That shit's insane. I can't do that. I've played many an instrument, many different types of instruments, brass and woodwind and percussion. I would never be able to fucking getting the right mouth positioning. That's so I can't fucking put that mouth to. They'll play the harmonica apparently. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I think it's really neat. Harmonica players blow your mind. Yeah, pan flute, harmonica, anything that needs like a very specific mouth position along any sort of instrument that has a specific width, I think that's just insane. I think that's like, it's a very specific skill and it takes a lot to learn. So I think that's neat. Wait a second, that was a pun, wasn't it, Adam? They blow your mind because you blow into a harmonica. Oopsie. Yeah. It's easy once you learn it. Yeah, but that's everything. Everything is easy once you learn it. Piano is easy once you learn it. Drawing is easy once you learn it. Live 2D rigging is easy once you learn it. Once you learn it, of course it's easy. It's the learning it that's the hard part. That's how learning works. That's the whole point. Sad sax player. What's wrong with sax? I've played a saxophone. I played tenor. Would love to learn those, but you don't have the money and time. Yeah, mood. Being good in social situations. Theoretically, you can learn how to do that, but then first you have to put yourself into a bunch of social situations and be bad at it. That sounds terrible. Just blow and the music shall float. That's not how that works at all. That's definitely not how that works at all. You can use your tongue to block some of the holes and you play that. I feel like I'd get my tongue stuck in the hole and then I'd make a weird noise and people would look at me and then it would be just an absolute disaster and I'd never leave my house again. So. Just be good from the start, skill issues. That's honestly why I don't do stuff sometimes. That is sometimes a brain expectation where brain wants me to be good at something right away and I have to tell myself and remind myself it's okay to not be good at stuff from the very beginning. Yay. Help me with that rolling sound. I can't roll my R's, so I can't help with that. I've never been able to roll my R's. Every once in a while, when I used to be able to speak more Spanish, I would get close-ish to it. But yeah, I've never been able to roll my R's. I can do a uvular trill, but I can't roll my R's, which is stupid and backwards. But yeah. I used to speak Spanish, yeah. Could I try now? It would be fucking terrible. I could probably understand a decent amount still. But yeah, to be fair, languages have never been my strong point. But I could speak it decently conversationally when I was in like high school. Because I told you guys before we went on a trip to Costa Rica, where we had to like stay with locals in their houses and stuff. So yeah, I used to be able to, but I can't. Not really anymore. I understand the basics nowadays. The rest of it is falling out of my sieve-like brain. Can you double or triple tongue? You mean like for woodwind instruments, I'm assuming you're talking about, and not like rolling your tongue? I don't know. What's your strong point? Everything else that's scholastic based. I was very good in school. Languages were the only thing I did not get A's in immediately. Reading. I'm very good at reading. Being a stupid little fucker. I'm great at that. Look at the nerd. Yeah, I know. To be fair, we all do be nerds here. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, not trigonometry. True. I hate that I hate that my brain thought scholastics meant like Scholastic Book Fair. Oh, Scholastic Book Fairs were great. I love Scholastic Book Fairs. Hi, Frozen Frog. Hello, hello. Yeah, we're all nerds here. It's kind of like going to an anime convention and have someone being like, nerd! You have to turn around and Una reverse them. You either need to have the card or you also just turn around and like, nerd! Yeah. Extrovert friend does that a lot. To be fair, she knows everyone, so she'll just like run up to people that she knows and she's like, nerd! And they're just like, what the fuck? And then they see it's her and they're like, ah! Motherfucker! Did write some books, don't think that counts as publishing though. I have one academic paper published. I don't have any books published though. Just a paper. Just be like, you're here too? Yes, exactly. That's weeb territory. I mean, yeah. I was in fact a cosplayer. I feel like that chucks me into weeb territory too. I don't think that's something that I can... I mean, I told you guys that my 12th grade like yearbook photo was half in cosplay, right? Like I can't escape that particular accusation. You were there for when you created the anime club? Yeah, exactly. Like there's a 0% chance that I will be able to escape from even if in the future I somehow magically am not into anime anymore. I still don't think that I would be able to escape that title just because of the amount of fucking weeby bullshit I've done. Like in I think 10th grade, my Halloween costume was Elle. I did not just dress up like Elle. I also sat like Elle in my classes and held my pen like Elle in my classes and bit my finger like Elle in my classes. I didn't like... To be fair, when I started cosplaying, the play part of cosplay was like role play, right? It was costume role play. So I was cringe, yes. Yeah, Death Note's L. Yep. Yep. So yeah, I was also the funny thing about that particular costume is that I was by one of my brother's friends that particular day. They thought that I was him and they were like, hey, bro hard down the hallway, and then they like tapped me on the shoulder and I fucking turned around and they were like, oh god. So you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Didn't bite like L, you also bit the L. Shut up. It's not an L. It's a win. I was super cool. Are you forgetting you're literally an anime girl on the internet right now? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It's fine. I'm super cool. Yeah. Why do you dress like L? Why not dress like W? Blah. The shape of an L on her forehead. Years start coming and they don't stop coming. Anyway, you didn't abuse the mistaken identity of Brohart. No, well, no, because I also didn't understand why they thought I was him, because at that particular point in our lives, I was taller than him. So I can pass for a guy. That makes me feel slightly conflicted. This was 10th grade. And my brother, therefore, well, I don't think I've ever said exactly how much younger than me he is, but he was in 8th grade. So And also only from behind, which is why when I turned around, they knew. But I did used to do a lot of crossplay when I did cosplay as well. Yeah. I personally think that I make quite a good-looking guy. Yeah, but I am also biased. Chest out. Shut up. I need to wear binder. It's fine. One time I open shirt bound with duct tape. Not a good time. I don't recommend anyone does that. So I'm saying you're short. I'm not saying I'm short. I'm saying that guys usually grow like 10th grade and on, right? So Brohart was short at that particular time because he hadn't grown yet. Duct tape on skin, yeah, not a good idea. Very much used to be that a lot of cosplayers used to bind like that. Yeah. So it is what it is. The Lord duct tape. Yeah, it was normal back then. It was normal back then, before we had access to good cosplay shit. I've told you guys that when I started cosplaying, at one point I literally made a wing out of a plywood board and actual feathers, okay? This was not the time of, like, you can buy a costume or wigs or fancy shit online, okay? This was simply not that time. You guys didn't just use gauze? That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for open shirt binding. You need, because open shirt binding is like, the shirt is open and you need to make it look like you don't have titties. So you tape a vertical line down your nip nops, obviously covering your nip nops with something, so you don't fucking put duct tape on those. Bad idea. And then you horizontally tape the boobies back so that they're like flattened towards your armpits. And then you duct tape around. Yeah. That's what we used to do for open shirt binding. Not a good idea. It's not a good idea to put duct tape on your skin. Let's put it that way. Yay! Talking inside. Oh, see, I had access to like Asian websites, so I was one of the few that actually had like proper binders and stuff, because I very quickly figured out, even if things were not shippable to Raccoonania or the States from like Japan or China for like cheaper cosplay stuff, you could get it shipped to a warehouse in Asia and then get them to ship it to you. And I figured that out really, really quickly, well before that was like a normal thing to do. So I never had to bind with duct tape for closed shirt. I did a couple of times use like the stretchy elastic bandage stuff. Sports bandages, I guess maybe they're called. Not smart either. People have broken ribs with those, but I very quickly got like proper cosplay binders. But well before most people did. So, only because I like to research and I'm very nosy. Sports tape. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Most people just don't put tape on things. Thanks, Martin. Have a good day. Have a good day. Yeah. Good old late 2000s, early 2010. Yeah, it was a fucking time. Yeah. The things that are used to bind like ankles and knees and stuff like that. Yeah. It didn't have any tape. It was just like an elastic, just like a thick elastic that people used to use for sports. And yeah, that was the original thing that people used to use, like the girls used to use if they were cosplaying men. You would wrap your titties up in elastic. And yeah, a lot of people ended up with like fractured ribs and stuff from that, because yeah, that's not where that's meant to go. That's also not a safe thing to do. And Strudel, I hope you have a good time at the gym. Yeah. Good luck. Wah, wah. Yeah. But yeah, that's back in the day where there was the cosplay was very it was not mainstream. There was not a lot of stuff for it, so it was kind of like figure it out on your own, good luck sort of idea most of the time. Yeah. Cosplay back then was pretty niche. Yes, exactly. Protect the titties.
Exactly. Was plaster ever used? Yes, for armoring stuff. Yeah. Yep. You would like paper mache a balloon and then plaster on top of it. I'd seen people do stuff like that before for surezies. Yep. You wish you could have experienced 2000s and 2010 cons. They were fun. They were very different in their own way. Yeah. I still like modern cons to some extent. But I think old school cons, the vibe was just very different, you know, because it was so niche. Like people would like, if you were cosplaying from the same thing as someone else, you were immediately best friends. I've talked about that before as well. And I think there are some like smaller conventions that still do have that kind of feel, because I have been to a couple, not like super recently, but like 5 years ago or something. I went to like a smaller convention in like a farther town, and it was like it felt like going back in time, honestly. So sometimes you'll get the same feel. So many reasons, yeah. There's that's the thing. It's like everything is better when you're looking back onto it, sort of idea. There were obviously things that were not so great about anime conventions back then. There were obviously things like that were better than now. And it's the same thing the other way around, right? Nowadays, there's a lot of things that are like great at conventions that you would not have been able to find before, or like things that were dangerous that like you could have before that you can't now. Like weapon check nowadays is very, very thorough, but there is a reason for that. Because back in the day, people could just bring whatever props they wanted. For example, my metal Sephiroth sword. Like yaoi paddles. And many people ended up in hospitals, right? Like I went to Sakura-con one year, many years back, and there was a panel that was held by 2 nurses who were talking about all of the injuries that they'd seen from props. And the amount of people who like literally stabbed themselves on swords and stuff, it was not low. Yeah, so like things like that, it's really good that they have things in place for that now. But like at the same time, it does suck for like some things, because trying to create a weapon without having like a wood core, for example, is incredibly difficult, right? Because the first thing that they banned was like metal, right? Obviously. And then after that, a lot of places banned wood, right? And like a lot of people would like carve, you know, wooden guns or wooden whatever. Or put like wooden like dowels down the middle of their props, right? And then that was banned. And then people moved to trying to do other things, right? So nowadays, most people do like 3D printing or foam craft, or like foam they cover with Warbler, things like that. But there's a lot more tutorials and a lot more like information out there about stuff, I guess. Closest thing now would be plastic or rubber stuff. Yeah, so it is way more safe, but it's also made it, or originally it made it harder for cosplayers to try to figure stuff out and like figure out how to still make their props without breaking the rules. But yeah, nowadays it's much easier because there's so much information out there, right? As if some 3D printed mats aren't hard like metals. Yeah, that's... Look, I'm sure that eventually they'll fucking ban that too, and then I'm gonna cry because there'll be nothing else. I mean, I don't cosplay anymore, so it'll be fine, but it'll like suck till, you know? Like, what the fuck are they supposed to do at that point? Foam is cool because you can make all sorts of cool designs. You can! And there are a lot of people who like specialize in foam craft, and it's literally called foam craft, because it's essentially like, you know, you're making just about anything out of foam. People make armor, people make I have a friend, right, like who's making a toilet. I don't know if I'm praying to God it's not a skibbity toilet cosplay. People make like weapons of all sorts, be it swords or guns or anything like that. It's just crazy. Have I entered cosplay competition? Yeah, I've entered cosplay competitions. I've judged cosplay competitions.
I think I've talked about one where I entered and I did a... Oh, fuck. Brain, hello? Well, my brain has just deleted the exact game. Was it Dark Souls? Well, my friend was Maiden something. Anyway, she was wrapped up in essentially black and gray bandages that were all tattered, and we made it into a dress. And then she had latex pieces over her eyes to look like scars. Was it Demon Souls? Maybe it was Demon Souls. Yep. And I was like tattery witch lady. My brain is just not fucking working. Anyway, and that was the first time we did a lot of different things. We like dyed all of the fabrics ourselves. Yeah, was it Yulia? Yeah, that seems about right. Yep. Because I remember this exact fucking image that I used when I fucking got tea dumped over my fucking head to try to stain and dye some of the goddamn bullshit that was on me. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, and my friend was... I don't fucking remember. Maiden in Black. My friend was Maiden in Black. Yeah. So she was completely fucking blind the entire time, and I had to, like, bring her up onto the stage and shit. And we were going to win. And then at the very last second, two people who were literally blacksmiths joined. They weren't supposed to be able to. Fucking... The joining was... Like, they'd already closed down the table and stuff so people could join, but they let them join because they were like, these are so cool! And it was literally just two fucking blacksmiths who made fucking armor out of metal because they're fucking blacksmiths. So they won, and I was so pissed. I think that was the very, very first cosplay convention that I ever, like, joined a contest in. So, yeah. They weren't in a higher class. Well, we were in the higher class too. So. But like, you don't fucking see metal armor, right? We thought that we did a good job because, like I said, we custom dyed everything. We custom fit everything. She had like latex prosthetics over top of her eyes and was completely blind. And we like talked about all of our processes and stuff as to like how we made everything. But yeah, you know, you can't exactly beat like a properly made set of armor. But like, they were literally blacksmiths. Like, cause they did ask like, oh, like what's your job? And they're literally blacksmiths. They were like, what the fuck? You're not even an anime character. Oh, we weren't either. We were from a video game. But, you know, like, it's not even a fucking cosplay. It's just you in a fucking cool-ass suit of armor. Bitch. Yeah, that was the first time I ever was in a cosplay contest. But, yeah. Over the years, I did a lot of different contests and stuff. Some I won, some I did very poorly in. And then, yeah, I got to judge a couple, and that was fun. That was really interesting, so. Last time I went to an event, there was 3 guys that showed up in 14-foot tall mechanical transformer costumes. Yeah, that sounds about right. To be fair, this was also, like, back in the, like, before days, right? Back in the before days when there wasn't like as much information out there when it came to cosplay. So now metal is banned. Who's laughing now? Me, that's who. They're a Renaissance fair at that point. Yeah, essentially. Remember, nothing beats metal. I mean, I'm sure there's something that beats metal. I'm sure that there's something that beats metal. Back in my day, yet again. Yeah, it's fine.
Hammer beats metal. Hammer beats metal. So does water, depending on the type of metal. It will corrode. Oxidation. Yep, exactly. Explosives. Yeah, I'm sure that would also be metal. Are you still okay? I'm thinking I should probably end soon. I'm fucking. You guys can probably tell. I'm just like fading out of existence. It's fine. I just need to get enough sleep tonight, and then we can hang out tomorrow. Spacey. Yeah. Sorry. I was like half like, oh my god, I'm so fucking like not a person. Oh god. Should I postpone stream? And then I was like, absolutely not. I want to spend as much time with the informants as possible. But yeah, sorry. I am very obviously far more tired than I should exist in the world as being question mark. Just go to sleep already. I'm gonna. I'll even go to bed a little early. I'll give myself like 15 minutes to 30 minutes of floor time, and then I'll go to bed. Go to bed a little early today, so that tomorrow we have some brain, because we play a game tomorrow, so we must have some sort of brain. I diagnosed this Tanuki with the EEP. Yeah. Yes, I'll go to bed before 6. I'll aim for 5. One hour early. Okay, I think we should go raid into Yumi, because A, I love her, and B, I think she's ending soon. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, sayonara. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.